Wingspan is a place full of birds. Your goal is to build a wonderful preserve that will lead you to victory. Learn new facts about birds. Blue jays can carry up to 5 acorns. Discover new species. Help them lay eggs. Gain food. Or even hunt. Become a bird enthusiast. Wingspan, a relaxing strategy game.
Lavender Legal Center is a nonprofit providing legal representation and related advocacy by and for LGBTQ Iowans. Lavender provides direct representation, advocacy, and referrals, with a priority for serving those with low income and LGBTQ youth. Lavender operates with 4 main core values. The first is equity, recognizing that legal aid and related advocacy are basic human rights. Second is inclusivity, providing equal access to services for those who are marginalized. Third is dignity. LGBTQ people are worthy of advocacy no matter their specific need for assistance. And fourth is compassion. LGBTQ people in need of legal services come to the matter with great vulnerability. To best serve those individuals and families, Lavender Legal Center must have concern and understanding for their sufferings. Your support of Lavender Legal Center helps further the mission to provide legal services, advocacy, and resources for the LGBTQ community. Together, we can build a more equitable, inclusive, dignified, and compassionate future.
Wingspan is a place full of birds. Your goal is to build a wonderful preserve that will lead you to victory. Learn new facts about birds. Blue jays can carry up to 5 acorns. Discover new species. Help them lay eggs. Gain food. Or even hunt. Become a bird enthusiast. Wingspan, a relaxing strategy game.
Lavender Legal Center is a nonprofit providing legal representation and related advocacy by and for LGBTQ Iowans. Lavender provides direct representation, advocacy, and referrals, with a priority for serving those with low income and LGBTQ youth. Lavender operates with four main core values. The first is equity, recognizing that legal aid and related advocacy are basic human rights. Second is inclusivity, providing equal access to services for those who are marginalized. Third is dignity. LGBTQ people are worthy of advocacy no matter their specific need for assistance. And fourth is compassion. LGBTQ people in need of legal services come to the matter with great vulnerability. To best serve those individuals and families, Lavender Legal Center must have concern and understanding for their sufferings. Your support of Lavender Legal Center helps further the mission to provide legal services, advocacy, and resources for the LGBTQ community. Together, we can build a more equitable, inclusive, dignified, and compassionate future.
Okay, I think we have audio. I think we have video. I think we're here.
Did you
Hi.
unmute yourself?
I did. I did. We'll find out, I guess, because boy, I really don't want another game where I was muted the entire game and then had to try to figure out what we did 3 months ago off of the YouTube video, which we probably shouldn't have even posted because what fun would that be to watch? Like the DM talks like a third of the game, and it's just silence, and then somebody reacting, and then everybody laughing, but you can't tell why. So very strange. Okay. Hey, that's a great way to intro the fact that we are Roleplay Give, or a tabletop gaming community. We play lots of different games, but tonight we're playing 20 sides. No, we're not. Whoa, 20 sides. What was I saying? I went into an old script. I went into an old starting the Twitch stream. Good. Hey, check out our friends at 20
Muscle
Sides to
memory.
Every Story. They play lots of great games too, and I don't think they're streaming tonight, but if so, give them a check. All right, but tonight we are playing Dungeons and Dragons. We are playing the classic D1 through 3 module series right now. We started out in Saltmarsh, played the 5e Saltmarsh run. Moved over to Against the Giants, the G1 through 3 series, and now we are in the Drow, Vault of the Drow D1 through 3, just at the beginning of it, but we're moving quickly through the first chapter. Our characters, our heroes, are searching, well, they're not searching right now. They are moving towards the Drow, like, traditional capital of the Drow of Erulai Kinlu, which they have been given to understand has been sort of a reactionary coup has occurred at some point where conservatives, not conservatives, conservative forces within that group are trying to restore the ancient Loth faith traditions there, and they have sort of, well, not sort of, they have achieved like dominance throughout this section of the Underdark. As part of what they're doing in service of Loth, they brokered alliances with the giants, who then were attacking the kingdom of Kiel and driving out all kinds of monsters, creating sort of chaos and instability in the human kingdoms, or not the humanoid kingdoms, the above ground kingdoms. And so this group of heroes were sent to discover what was going on. Well, they found out that these threads of Loth, magical items that grant the wearer's power and increase the amount of powers that each wearer has when those threads are in proximity to each other, also can be put together to create a gateway to Loth's kingdom in the abyss. They know through either their own patrons and gods and deities that they are able to communicate with, that Loth is very much a threat and is intending to to come to the material plane to rule it. They know that one way to stop this is for them to get there and lock the door from the other side. Seemingly, this is a one-way mission. They're going to go over there, lock that door, and take their chances, hopefully finding a way to come back that doesn't bring Loth with them. But they are on their way to Arrowlai Kinlu, the place where these threads can be joined together to open the gate. They have 7 of the 8 threads. The 8th one is in the possession of their friend Cora. They haven't seen Cora for a while. They did see Cora's twin brother, who told them that Cora is not well and is suffering from her possession of the thread of Loth and does not seem to be able to remove it. But they are hoping Cora can meet them somewhere on the en route there for them to get the 8th thread, open the gate, and deal with this threat. I think I have summarized 4 years of gaming just there. A little bit. Okay.
Nailed
Thank
it.
you. All right. Most recently, they on their en route to Arrowlai Kinlu, they are traveling through the underground caverns and passages of the Underdark, and have discovered that there is thriving trade. There are a number of communities that thrive and exist here in the Underdark, and also above ground humanoids who are willing to risk quite a bit of danger and threats to life and property to trade with the Drow at Arrowlai Kinlu, and there is a network of trade stops, wagon trains, etc., to move goods along. They are at the first of the major depots, the major waypoints, on their way to Arrowlai Kinlu, and when they arrived here, they snuck in through multiple different methods. Actually, 4 out of 5 sort of snuck in under deceptive methods. One just kind of said, "Yeah, I'm here to see the sights," and walked in, and it worked just fine. But they are all here under different sort of guises.
Duress.
I don't know about duress. That's up to you. But they are here. They are here under different auspices as far as the ruling Drow sort of presence here would know about them. And they stopped at the saloon here, Watering Hole, plus sort of the open air market, although open air is sort of a strange thing to say in a giant cavern, but not in a structure, it's in a wide open cavern. While they were in the saloon or around it, several glyphs of warding exploded, harming or killing, or at least seemingly killing, several people in the market. All of the heroes reacted in different ways to assist, and most of the wounded were healed. Previous to the explosion, they did note 2 Drow who were acting suspiciously in the corner of the bar who left just prior to the glyphs of warding exploding. So they have some people of interest in mind. And then they went out many of them anyway, went out into the open market, where they are now sort of assessing the situation. Is that accurate to say as a lead into the beginning here?
Yeah, we also didn't we find a door that had an acid trap on it?
Right.
That's
The
where
one
Tony
that
is.
Nubin's by.
Nubin
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, I think we're gonna want to explore. Yeah, okay, just making sure. Couldn't remember if we had opened that or not.
And there was a black horse
looked
in
in.
there
Yeah.
with purple hooves.
There was a what?
Black horse and a cherry
Black
tree.
horse.
It was
Nice.
no, there was no cherry tree. It was just a black horse with purple, sort of smoking hooves. Although I don't know if I said that.
You said steam.
Yep. Okay.
So, yep.
Yep. Smoking, steaming hooves.
I think the black horse's name was Cherry Tree. That was the confusion.
That's maybe what I said, because I don't think I could have.
I wasn't saying that you said that. I was making that up just now.
You know what though? I think I did, because I don't
You
think
probably
I.
Good
did.
lawyer,
I
Ed.
don't think I could describe a big black horse and not have Cherry Tree be in there somewhere.
I'm sure it was mentioned.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't
Yes,
write
for
it
sure.
down,
Okay.
but that
That's
doesn't mean
because
anything.
it was a music reference, and there's absolutely no reason you should have written it
Usually,
down.
if I realize that what you're telling me is bullshit, I don't write it down. But
I'm so sorry.
I think Paul just regurgitated a whole glass of wine.
I
Oh,
waited until, so
nice.
That was fabulous.
That was awesome.
All right. So we pick up with Newbin standing, I believe, an untriggered, but that orange square there is where it exists. An untriggered glyph of warning has been discovered. Robespierre is still invisible. Elva is in the bar. And Meriwether and Vela are standing against the wall, looking down towards where several people Vela has with healing word, mass healing word, I believe, healed. Uh, they are all not in a perfect state, I believe. They're all in various states of injury. Although
I
not
don't
dead.
look like myself. I look like this dude down here
That's right.
as well. So I
And
haven't
this dude
changed that yet.
is unconscious, or I don't remember why you chose
Well,
him.
we kind of I chose him because I was stealing something
Oh, okay.
and didn't want to be noticed. But like we played out a little bit, like the way things look now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to explain it, but it was sort of like because I have a doppelganger, you were saying like that the people nearby didn't notice
Okay.
the drow perception. They didn't notice that
Gotcha.
it was a doppelganger. So I'm not literally trying to stand right next to the guy I copied, but
Gotcha.
I was just trying to blend in.
Gotcha. Okay.
Are all these bad guys? They're already dead, right?
There
There are
are
no bad
no
guys.
there are no specifically hostiles that you're aware of. There are some people who had been harmed by the glyphs. You're not sure. The trolls not necessarily in your right now. You're a drow, there are trolls. They were guards. You walked past them because you're here on legitimate quote
Right.
unquote business with the Drow Empire. Because you're a fabric
We're super
salesman,
legitimate.
is what you told them. You have a bolt of very fine silk that you are planning to
That's
sell.
Fabric of our lives.
So, you are not in a beef that you're aware of with anybody. I open the floor to you guys. What do you do? I guess the last thing I'll describe is even though they've been healed, they've all are in shock, and there is several, damaged and broken carts and goods strewn about the floor. There are people who are crying out in pain, are not dead, but anymore, thanks to Vela, but are not in full health, so they've
Anymore.
taken damage. Uh,
Anymore.
but some people are trying to gather up what goods they can, and chaos is ensuing. The Drow here on the periphery are starting to are at this point trying to restore order. With the troll sort of doing what he's told by the Drow to restore order. So, calm yourself, calm yourself. We need everyone to move out of the area. We need to ascertain what has occurred here. What do you guys want to do?
I would like to go into the bar.
Okay.
Find our party.
I think the doors are right to your right.
I have it that the game is paused. Does
Oh
everybody
crap,
else?
that's my fault.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yep.
Okay.
Never mind. Sorry. I unpaused it. Should be good to go.
Thank you. I'm gonna go inside. I ran a walk into a wall. Then I'm gonna go inside. And I'm gonna look around for anybody I know.
Thanks. Oh, I didn't get a crazy It didn't.
You did. I heard it. It was a long time ago.
Oh, I didn't hear it at all. Okay.
It was
Well,
very subtle.
well, good. Glad that was subtle, but I missed it. Thanks for the donation. What do you want to do with that?
The table.
Okay. All right. We will
Why
roll.
not?
Well,
So just to be clear, the black horse with the purple hooves is not one of those weird encounters.
It is not.
it could be.
Okay.
It might be now.
Paul, while you're rolling that, I'm going to try to like invisible while walking down the stairs.
Unvisible?
Like turn visible.
Okay. Unvisible. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Uninvisible?
Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm making myself extra invisible. Anyways, just to kind of act like I'm just coming down from downstairs, so that all these people around here aren't like, where'd that guy come from?
Gotcha.
And then I'll catch up with Elva.
All right, Robespierre, as you're doing that, sharp pain in your foot as
Oh no!
a rock is in your foot, and do you want to
In your
have,
foot?
well,
Or in your
well,
shoe?
in his shoe, but
That's a big
do
difference.
you want narrative control of what happens, or do you want me to, or you want to roll for it?
Ooh, I'll roll for. We think I need like a dexterity check, maybe.
No. It's just roll for it being a flip a coin. Heads is me, tails is you, or you can call. You can call.
Oh, I see. How about you do it? I'm curious what you're gonna do with this.
Okay. Where did you walk into to become uninvisible?
So I was going up the stairs here.
Okay.
I don't know which one. I don't know which one's up. I guess maybe this one.
They're supposed to both be up.
Oh, they're both being up. Okay,
yeah.
yeah. Then I'm just kind of like trying to act like I'm
all
coming.
stairs up.
Okay. Where do these stairs go? They go up.
So I'm gonna walk down the stairs, basically, like, and just while no one can see me, you know what I mean? Like trying to like
You walk
turn
up
invisible.
into the common room. You don't see anybody up there. I do have a map for this, but I'm not going to flip to the map just for this.
Yeah.
You walk up the stairs and into there. You see a common room with, I think I have like 16 beds in there in the common room, with 2 private rooms off to the west. And as soon as you get to the top, and you don't see anybody in the common room at this time, because it's mid quote unquote day here in the Underdark. And as you turn to walk back down after becoming invisible, this rock that had been lodged.
Not a word.
What?
So that's not a word.
I enjoy it though.
Invisible.
As you become invisible.
I think it's just visible. I think it's just double negative.
Revisible.
Revisibled.
You step on this rock that had been lodged in your boot. You've been sort of ignoring it, but it slips, and you are starting to walk down the stairs. And then I don't know if you've ever seen Not Another Teen Movie. It's a terrible film, but it.
I know what you're talking about. She like collapses down the stairs.
Yeah, she starts falling down the stairs because she's supposed to be walking down the stairs like the movie She's All That, where it's all like,
Yeah.
there she goes. Well, in this case, you fall in front of everybody and land here. No damage is taken, but all eyes have now turned over onto you. And you fall down the stairs.
That is what I was going to do, so I'm glad that we were synchronized.
Yeah, perfect.
So I was curious if you had a bigger idea.
Not sure.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna prep
Not sure
fall.
if these encounters are worth $25. I might need to up this up the stakes on these things, but I think some of them could be, and if you have narrative control, they might give you a boon. Like one of them is you read adventures and they give you stuff, and so, or there's a bard and they give you this. So some of that's in there. Rock in the Shoe is sort of one of the lower ones, but
I can't believe it's the example you gave us pre-stream, and it's the one that you rolled. Makes me a little mad.
Yeah, I'm suspicious. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll roll it again just to see. I mean, if it comes up again, then we know we got a problem.
That was really loud.
A herd of deer or other food on the hoof goes running through.
Huh, that could have
That
been interesting.
that could have been interesting too. We
That
But I
happens
gotta
all the
rock.
time. I do that with the
Or
fuzzy
other
bait.
food on the hoof.
That's what they called
Who
it.
the fuck wrote that?
This happened in Wisconsin this week. It was in my news feed. People sitting in a bar and a deer ran right through the middle of the bar.
Oh man, that'd been actually scary.
Yeah.
That is not the
There wa-
weird
a,
part of what is written there. Other
a deer,
food on the hoof is what it says.
there was a deer that ran through the wine shop in Fond du Lac.
Yeah.
It's
I,
wilderness up there.
when I was the hall director at Platteville, one ran through the residence hall and crashed through the windows, and it was a atrium window overlooking a valley, and the deer just 25 foot down.
Whoa.
And there were people in that like little atrium valley area below it, and this deer just, I mean, they look up and there's a deer coming through the glass, and it falls dead right on the patio. I mean, it just
That's like
super
a scene from a
wild.
horror movie.
It
It's
was
like ratchet attention.
Oh my god, it was super creepy. They were all hunters though, so they all sort of had a sort of.
They all sort of had a food on the hoof.
They
reaction.
did. They did. They just threw it right on the grill and everything. No, but okay. Enough true stories that are weird. Let's go back to our fake story that is weird. So, Robespierre,
So-
you have face planted in front of the bar.
Yeah. I just face plant and my hat goes flying and I'm like all splayed out. And I'll just start to laugh and just cackle and just kind of like you said, one too many, or two too many, three too many, and just try to like stand up and stumble drunk and like reach for the nearest bottle of wine and just start drinking it.
Okay, currently, I believe the bartender is out in the main street. She is being sent back in. The bartender was the tomato-haired woman, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she was the
She was the
she might have been the
dealer.
bartender and the dealer. Was it both?
Oh, she was the dealer at the card game. Yeah, that's right. I don't remember who the bartender
In your
was.
head, Robes, you hear the voice of Vela. I'm supposed to be the one pretending to be crazy. We all know you want tea, can't get drunk.
They don't. How many wanties have they seen here in the Underdark?
You can't reply. It's just
That's
a one-off insult.
Well, you are able at this point, because there is no bartender behind the bar, you are able to grab a bottle of wine without trouble, and everybody sort of looks at you like smirkingly, and then just kind of return back to looking out the windows at the scene unfolding out here. What are the rest of you doing?
So Nubin is going to put his head next to the window of the stable and say, excuse me, hold that thought. I'm going to go grab one of my friends. And he's going to wave down Meri since she's still outside with me and try to get Meri to come over to meet the talking Mr. Ed.
Okay.
All right. I don't look like myself, but I was the one that told you about this, so I think you would know it's me. So
Well, there's probably a purple feather of some sort sticking out. So
always
I
a
would
purple
know.
feather. Yeah. But I just, yeah. So I do remember I was
Yeah.
like letting you guys know that there was something going on over here. So I'll come over.
Just
Yeah.
to interrupt slightly, they are trying to corral people to go into the saloon or to leave the area, so you are clocked moving over there as a gnome, not as anybody other than a gnome, moving in the direction of opposite what they were hoping for. So this bugbear hasn't said anything, but he is eyeballing you guys as you get over to that.
He looks like
stable.
he's actively yelling at us, just for the record.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So real
He's
quickly,
not.
because Nubin sees this, Nubin's gonna say to Meri, "Can you check and make sure that the horse inside this door is actually fucking talking to me?
All right.
Because the talking horse has kind of freaked out Nubin a little bit."
Okay. Well, I'm very short, so I don't think I can look into the bars the same way, but I'll try to speak through the door and just be, "Are you a talking horse? My friend wants to know."
Horses. I mean, if you must, a horse will do as a description. You both
Okay.
So
hear it.
Well,
Nubin's gonna look, and Nubin
it's
looks very
talking.
relieved at that.
Yeah. Are you going anywhere? They're trying to clear us out. Can we come back later to chat?
Um, I suppose that's probably best. If by any chance you run into anyone named Sela, um, please do let her know that I've been trapped here behind a ward, a glyph of warding.
Sela, you said. All right.
Sela,
We'll keep
yes.
an ear out.
Okay, Ta.
All right. I think we should head on in, Nubin, so we don't attract the wrong kind of attention. But I will try to make sure if the other gnome goes in,
Yeah.
then I'll try to find a place to switch back or something. But if he doesn't, I'm going to be Meri or I'll be the gnome as long as I can.
It sounds to me like you're sort of peeking to see which way the gnome's going as you go in, and you do see that the gnome is actually being shepherded off this to the south.
Okay.
So you do feel like you might have some time.
I'll stay gnomish.
Okay.
It's nice to be short for a change.
I think that
Noob follows Meri.
Noob follows. Okay.
Good luck. It's hard to get through this door.
Well, those are supposed to be windows too. I don't know what happened with the.
Oh well, I just climbed through a window. No wonder why it was so difficult.
It's fine.
So did I. So that makes us look even stranger now. Thank you.
It's doing all kinds.
Well, this is how you go in. All right.
It's doing all kinds of weird things. Don't worry about it. It works. Vale, or what's Elva doing?
Just waiting until we have some further group decision.
Okay.
I was waiting in the bar, intentionally not getting real close to people so that we could maintain some semblance of deniability that we're all together.
Right. Well, now that you are, I believe, all in the bar, but in separate locations, as I see it, Robes is at the bar. He's snagged a bottle of wine, is drinking straight out the bottle. Vela has moved to the southeast corner and is sort of looking out the window. Nubin and a strange gnome have moved over to one of the dealer tables, and Vela is not too far from them. So, but as
Elva.
Well, I'm not drinking straight out the bottle. Elva is. No, sorry, I didn't want to say that. The area here is getting cleaned up quickly, and questions are being asked. The bugbear steps in and says, "We've been asked to have everyone here stay here until the inspectors have arrived and have had time to ask questions. I'll be out here. Thank you." He doesn't sound dumb, just slightly awkward and has tusks, so he's got a little bit of a common, sounds a little strange. Also, common's not his first language, so.
Elva, in your head you hear, "I'm going to the bar. Meet you there?"
And I'll walk over to the bar. There's no bartender, right?
No, not currently.
Currently?
Nope.
I'll go behind the bar and pour a drink and leave a couple of coins on the bar.
Nice.
Standard Fae.
It grabs a couple people's attention, but you weren't trying to be surreptitious, so not surprising to you. That
No, I was absolutely, yeah, not at all trying to hide it and wanting to make sure it's visible that I paid.
Right. Clink, clink. And so people go back to staring out, and there's now a slight whispering of conversations happening. None of them immediately audible to you unless you're making a listen, but you can hear the sort of hushed conversations begin. People speculating about what has occurred, why it's happened, who's, are they at risk? What's going on? Are the Drow out of control, etc. So those are some of the little phrases you might hear that poke up. Like, I thought this was becoming a safe place to transport. I thought we were guaranteed.
Does this have a feel of a session 1 where we're like all meeting in a bar?
Sort of.
And there's like, you know what I mean? It's like I almost feel
Yeah.
like walking up to Elle and be like, "What's your story?"
You met in a tavern
So
session.
true.
Yeah, that's right.
Session 362.
Oh, it's our meet cute again.
That's right.
I will, because Tony put this note that he needs to read the piece of paper slipped into his pocket. I will remind him that he wrote that to himself.
Did you hear that, Tony?
Oh, I did. So I'm gonna look around and see where my peeps are, and I'm gonna walk over and take this. I'm gonna walk over and take this. Sorry, I'm talking to myself now. Take this seat right between the two of them, kind of belly up to the bar, facing away from all the other people, and I'm gonna open that piece of paper to read it.
Okay. On the piece of paper, you see a approximation of the tattoo you were shown by the resistance fighters that you met in Farvale. I don't know that I ever really drew it, but I think it was like a circle kind of thing. I don't remember, but it's not 8-legged. It's it's but
It's a circle.
I think it is. It's a stylized circle. Is what I'm going to say for now. You see that, and then also like a bit of a note, and it says you are find find Ilvico, and this is gonna. I'm just gonna type it in here. I used a Drow name generator for this, and I have no idea. I'm going to pronounce it Amid, uh, but this is her name. The other one's a little easier, Ilvico. Uh, find Amid and Ilvico for more information. Uh, and then it says head northwest.
So I'm gonna, after reading it, I'll show it over to Alva and say, what do you make of this? And did I see who put it in my pocket?
I honestly don't remember. It was the dealer, but I
did
don't.
a sleight of hand. I don't remember if you noticed or not.
Okay.
I
Roll
just
an
wrote
insight
that
check.
she did it sleight
Yeah,
of hand.
we can do it post. We can do it post. I don't. I'll say it was a sleight of hand of 15. Do an insight over 15, and you're good to go.
Right. Let me remember how to do that. Hold on. Insight. No.
Nope.
Well, neither name
So
rings a bell to me. I suppose we could travel a bit northwest and see if we see anyone who strikes us as waiting for a contact.
I'm a little skeptical. I didn't see who put it in my pocket with all the chaos going on.
Alternatively, we could ignore it. We know where we need to go next. Nothing here is essential to where we're heading. Necessarily, we may make allies here that could benefit us later.
And I'm just going to look over at Winston and actually, I'm going to look at while I'm talking. I'm going to say, "Where did you get that drink?"
Oh, do you want
And look
one?
a little.
I'm just gonna saddle up. Oh, this I come to the room, huh? And I'll pour a sloppy pour into like a dirty glass and pass it over to you.
Well, monks are also immune
Thank
to
you.
poison, so dirty glass isn't going to do any harm. Although not immune to
Are
disease.
you immune to disease?
That's
Yeah,
it
I was gonna say.
it just came to me. Yeah. So, but you're things are starting to pick up outside. You hear that there are several other guards who've arrived. You're starting to hear sort of the authoritarian tones of somebody taking charge. They're speaking in Undercommon. Obviously, I believe, well, not obviously, but I believe Newman can understand this with his crazy dope monk shit. Uh, and so it's basically a lot of what you would expect, like orders being given, and then questions being asked of underlings, and then people starting to be brought forward for questioning. Uh, you hear the bugbear yell, several people who were outside have moved inside, in Undercommon. What do you guys wish to do?
I think I intend to stay here and be questioned, as I didn't leave the bar during the whole thing, and I think I'm more conspicuous if I try to leave.
Mm-hmm. I don't intend to go anywhere.
Okay. So, anything you guys wish to do in like the next 20 minutes that it's going to take? I'm just going to foreshadow that it'll take before they start asking people in the bar. Anything you guys want to do, or we can fast forward through that until um, you're picking up that that it's pretty rote questioning. Um, but one of the questions you're starting to pick up were, did anybody see any Drow who were not showing or wearing this symbol, and so you hear that question. Um, but
Who were or were not
we're
wearing that
not.
symbol?
We're not wearing this symbol. And if you look out the window, you can see they're pointing at an armband with the eight-legged sort of. Sometimes this is in common as well, because not everybody in the streets here speaks Undercommon. So the Drow are switching back and forth between Undercommon and Common to speak to people as they're doing their investigations. And so eventually, several Drow enter.
One drow leave.
Who
Was thinking
run
the same
Barter
thing.
Town?
I don't think I didn't get that.
It was a very sloppy reference to Mad Max Thunderdome. 2-man enter, 1-man leave.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, so
We
they
have
begin.
not seen that movie that I know of, so that may explain the.
I don't know that I've seen that one actually.
Now you know how it feels, Paul.
What? Really? You haven't seen?
Look at the look of like pure bliss on Robin's face right now. Like you
Just like this is me about 80% of the time, right? Where I'm like, all right, well, we'll get back to what I know soon.
I am culturally aware of it. I know Tina Turner was in it and sang about it. That's.
It's okay.
I
It's a very
actually
bad
have
joke,
seen
so
Mad
don't worry about
Max.
Oh.
That one I've seen, so yeah.
Beyond the Thunderdome.
You just said it in the rhythm. It just triggered my brain. That's okay.
No, I will never. Okay, I would be a total hypocrite if I ever made fun of somebody for having a cultural reference that popped out. So these three walk in. anybody who would like make an insight check as these guys walk in, because they're sort of going about they strike you as immediately as inefficient. Whoa, you all would like to. Okay.
Why not? I mean,
all
when they
staring
come
at
in,
it. Yeah.
we're
Look,
all like,
everyone-
okay, is this going to be safe for us or not?
Anyone
proficient in
anyone who would
insight.
like to participate, please do.
Nope. Okay.
I'm not proficient, but I think we'd all be
Yeah,
carefully monitoring this,
for
right?
sure.
That is true.
So, well,
Newbin has no idea what's going on, by the way.
no.
Aw.
Vela and
Newbin's
Robespierre.
just like, "What's up, dudes?"
There's people. Hey, people. Vela and Robes have sort of this the sense of, like I said, there's a lackadaisicalness. These three, they didn't send their best agents. And Elva and Meriwether pick up on these three are not only not the best agents, but you're picking up that they're actually nervous. They're slightly scared and are not certain how to go about doing what they're doing here. So this is manifesting in a number of ways. The one closest to Meri, who's currently no Meri, is a little aggressive, but aggressive in you can sort of get that sense with that insight roll that this guy's writing checks he can't cash. So he's talking to this dealer that's right near you, and is sort of barking questions and threatening already, like incarceration and torture, and even the guy getting barked at is going, I don't know, like, is that's warranted? I suppose, and he's sweating a little bit, but also sort of incredulous as this is happening. The one right in front of Vela sort of looks dithering. Has a bit of parchment and is taking notes, and both Meriwether and Elva can see that the notes, that is looking around and seems to be making notes about the architecture of the property. And
You're praising the building.
no, but is focusing on the wrong things, and then the one who stepped in between these two has sort of a sort of fuck it attitude, and is asking sarcastically questions of the woman sitting to her right. So that's the vibe you get from these three inquisitors as they start moving through the building. Anything you guys wish to do differently, or wait until one of them approaches?
Just wait.
Okay. So aggressive person actually says he's going to arrest this person and starts to move to arrest the person in front because he won't answer the questions. And this dealer has lived in this location for some time and is willing to submit to judgment. Is fine. I'm trying to answer your questions, but I'm not understanding why you're yelling at me, and I will be happy to talk to the magistrate. And this person, oh, you're happy, and he starts, doing the assume the position move, and then basically sits him down, handcuffed in the chair, manacled to the chair, and then he turns to this gnome and where were you when this first explosion occurred? No lies. I don't want to hear a single lie from you. Are you lying to me?
I was outside. I had a shop out there, and I was caught up in the explosions, and yeah, it was bad. And then they all told us to come inside.
What do you know about glyphs of warding, gnome?
They're bad. They blew up and all my stuff went flying.
I see.
I don't know what else I know.
Then he starts walking behind you, like staring over you. And if I were to ask other people in here, they would back up your story that you're a gnome who sells things.
Possibly. I don't know.
I'll raise my hand. I saw her.
Him.
I saw the gnome selling things outside. I was there when things blew up too.
And runs
This
over.
person saved my life. She saved my life. Because you did save the gnome's life, so.
Yeah. I saw him.
Runs over to you and gets right in your face.
Hi. Shalagala.
What did you call me?
That means you have very nice eyes. Right? I learned it from another drow who said it to me.
This
Is
one
that not right?
thinks Shalagala means nice eyes.
Isn't that what it
Where
means? Somebody
were
said it to me. Very,
you?
very complimentary.
Where were you when the glyphs went off, Miss Superhero who saved this gnome?
I was standing right there, and I point to the door, like just outside this door.
Yeah. And what do you know, person who can heal people, about glyphs of warding?
Did they blow up? I think. Maybe they make an alarm? I don't know. I've never made one. Do you make them? Do you know anything about them? I would love to learn more. Do you know about them? Is that why you're asking? To see if we get it wrong?
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you?
I think that's a really dramatic pause.
No further questions, Your Honor. You're witness. And
I look around for an honor.
this one's taking notes. This room appears to be, and so this is going on, and they will ask each of you where you were at and what's your business again. So they take the gnome, Meri gnome, word as, because several people have actually identified the gnomes doing business there, and they did not stop that gnome from leaving. So they believe that this business person is the gnome that was referenced. They are going to ask each of you.
I technically have his medallion, but I
True.
can't show it at this time. So
That's right. Oh no, because you've eaten it.
I swallowed it.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
So the rest of you will be questioned as to what your business is in town. First one, the Vela, they just kind of have given up on. So they'll get to Nubin.
With my Shalagala.
And it's the note taker, and the questions are a lot less forceful, because this one has just started walking around stalking, waiting for anybody to make a false move. You know, sort of got that Cool Hand Luke sheriff vibe going on. Nothing bad needs to happen as long as everybody answers the questions. So, the note taker goes up to Noob, and you're a business in the city, in the depot.
I'm just going to go with the same line. My ward and I are here selling these silks.
And this person who doesn't know our language very well is your ward?
Yes. Why? What did she say?
I look really paranoid.
She said almost as a greeting that my friend had passionate eyes.
Yeah, that tracks. He's touched.
It has a lot of meanings. it depends on context, which is probably why Freya is acting so strangely now. Well, no, that's not true. He's kind of a weirdo. He's actually kind of a dick.
In your head, you hear, ask him all the other meanings. I want to know all the other meanings. Find out all the other meanings.
Is moving on to Elva at this point. um, and your business in town is, and what did you see?
Well, business in town is as a tourist. I'm between jobs at the moment.
Oh,
And
itinerant.
certainly.
Has-
And I'm afraid I saw very little as I was in here the entire time. There's certainly some explosions out the windows.
if you are in between jobs right now, would it be safe to say that you are in need of money?
I'm certainly open to gainful employment. I sometimes break bones for money.
Is and this one, is that a threat?
Should it be?
Doesn't know how to respond. Because I think the vibe would be that you could beat the shit out of this.
Yeah, I had that in mind when I said it.
Yeah. No, it should not. I could have 30 trolls here in 2 minutes.
You could.
Freda, let just for a second. Since you've been here, has anybody asked you to take on any luggage or paid you to do any services
No, I did lose some money gambling.
in here?
Yes.
And you have enough coin currently to make it to your destination?
Oh, yes, I only lost a pittance, but it was a learning experience.
Understood. You, sir.
Were you
Sorry.
were you offering employment when you asked, or were you simply? I'm
Oh,
not certain I follow.
no. Just wondering if anybody had hired you to do anything recently while you've
No,
been in town. Have you
no. It seems they have
accepted
all of the
any
bone
jobs?
breaking covered at the moment.
Ah, well, I will say there are often lost guards along the way. The wagon trains aren't completely safe yet. We haven't quite gotten all of the trails secured. So I imagine you could find employment if you continued to seek it.
Perhaps I should begin seeking it.
Well, please don't. Well, yes. I'm not very good at this. Um, and then is going to move on to Robespierre. Uh, oh, you've been drinking. Um,
Well, you want some? I'll just hold out the bottle.
I am on duty. I cannot. Where were
When do you get off? When do you get off duty? I mean,
a couple of hours.
couple hours. You got plans?
Oh, well, was I have this cat, but I need to feed, but I don't know. I can
No,
feed
cats are very resilient. They can survive for a very long time. They know how to take care of themselves. Do you know how to take care of yourself?
Well,
I'm just fucking with you. I'm sorry.
really.
You had questions for me? Shalagala.
Where were you when the glyphs exploded?
I was upstairs in the common room.
Were you in common with anyone up there?
Oh no, by myself.
No, by yourself. Um, well, I think I've asked. I think I've asked all the questions I'm gonna ask right now.
All right.
And she's gonna move on to these two guys over here, but she's gonna keep looking over at you. And the angry person is gonna continue to be trouncing around. Anything you guys want to do over the course, setting sort of a bound on this of about they're going to be here for another 45 minutes. If you just hang tight, that's fine. They will eventually leave without any further questions unless there's something else you wish to do that may complicate that.
I might have to complicate that.
All right.
Because
Oh,
I only can hold this form for about an hour because this isn't a wild shape. It's a disguise self spell. So,
you
um,
might be okay.
well, it would be cutting pretty close.
Real close.
So, yeah,
You just
because we
turn
were
into,
waiting about 20 minutes and then another 40 minutes. So if it gets to the point where I can tell I can't hold the form anymore, I might try to find a bathroom
Oh,
just to
You
act
can't
like,
hold it. You can't hold
Yeah.
it.
yeah, like I'm just like,
it's right
all
here,
this
actually.
anxiety
I
is
actually
getting
made
to
a
me.
bathroom. So,
Yeah, so
Nice.
You're
this-
like
that's-
Vincent D'Onofrio from Men in Black 1. Where he's like bursting out.
yeah, pretty much. So another movie I have seen, so I get that.
I've
understood
seen
that
that one too,
reference.
but I don't
Yeah.
remember that.
But if I could, like, I mean, I've already been questioned. I'm not leaving. I just all this, anxiety is just making my bladder very overactive. So I would probably try to. You said it was over here.
Yep.
Okay.
Robin,
I
you need
can't
to
walk through. What?
you need a wild shape into a giant like emu or like a bald eagle or something that can regurgitate. And
Right.
then, like blah, up the amulet.
I have to wait, and like I've used my wild shapes because I was like a horse, then a cat. Like I'm really low on abilities right now, so I'm just gonna have to hide in the bathroom for a little bit, I think.
All right. I was gonna sort of flip a coin because you wild shape, or no, I'm sorry, disguised self, and that was like the course of like 3 rounds, so 24 seconds, and then you
Well,
had like
I was Meri I went from cat to Meri because I was doing
Right.
control water to put out the fire.
right
So I wasn't ever the gnome during
the explosion.
the bat. Like,
The
yeah.
explosion. Okay, so it was at the end. So it's
Mhm.
really been like it's just shy. Like you're right on the cusp, and so you go into the bathroom and having that Vincent D'Onofrio. I was also thinking of the poly juice
Oh yeah.
in
Yep.
Harry
Potter.
Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
3 references? Robin.
I know. I
and
do watch occasional movies.
and so the form is fading on you in the bathroom as you hear the door close, and these well, 2 of them leave.
One of them stay behind to hang out with Robes because
Yeah.
his shift's over.
Well, one of them steps by and leaves you an address, Robes. There's a number of I think I described cave apartments in the wall above. It means nothing to you. You would have to ask for directions, but you got her address, and then she'll be like, "I'll just be checking in on my cat. Bye."
When they were questioning people, Paul, were they asking for names?
Yes. I didn't think to ask that, but yeah, they were asking for names. I assumed you guys would give the names that you gave at the gate.
I would have. However, did I overhear them saying anything about the people that the horse were asking about?
The horse was asking about Sela, and you don't hear anything about Sela. You do, and you don't hear anything. None of you pick up a name, Ilvico or Oh God. Ymede? Yeah, Ymede. So yeah, no, none of the. Sorry, totally Midwestern there. Yeah, no. Uh, but uh, they there's there's no clues on names or anything that are dropped. You hear a bunch of names that you recognize from. I mean, you hear some Drow names. There's some Drow in here under common names, but mostly you're hearing names that you recognize as existing up uh, on the surface, surface dwellers. Uh, there's some halfling names from not too far from Saltmarsh. Several names that you've heard while you were in Neil Dra in the capital of Keeland. So family names that somewhat sound similar, but nothing that sticks in your brain as terribly awful. Like you don't hear any drama or you know I'm trying to think of the word. Intrigue. There's no intrigue here that you're picking up on.
Yep.
Other than there was the equivalent of a bombing in a marketplace, and there still is. By the way, none of you mentioned the fact that there still is a ward, a cliff of warding in front of a warhorse, uh, or what you perceive to be a warhorse. So that's still there to your knowledge.
Do any of us know Dispel? Or does that even work on Glyphs of Warding?
High enough level it will.
I can dispel magic.
Does that work on a Glyph of Warding?
Yeah,
We haven't had a chance to try.
At the
you know.
appropriate level, it will, right? Like, I think Dispel has, if you're under the level, you have to roll, and there's this.
Right, okay.
And then if you're over the level by 2 levels, I think it automatically happens, right?
It's like kind of like counterspell or something.
I don't think
Yeah.
I'm saying that correct, but the basic premise is there. Like, if you cast it at a level lower than the level of the spell, you have to roll to make it happen, and then if you're casting it at or above the level, then it dispels it. I think that's how it works.
I think that is true.
I know that if we do it, we can just put it in the chat and we'll read it and we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it basically says what you're saying. It's just any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher, make an ability check.
Yep.
And, if you cast it at a higher level, then you automatically end the effects of the spell of the targets equal or less than to the spell slot you used.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a clear way of explaining how it works. I love how there's it's like that and like Paladin Smite is like this arbitrary formula you have to calculate. It's like some bizarre. It's like 2d8 plus your spell slot -1 or some weird thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like
This one's just the DC you have to make with your spellcasting ability is 10 plus the spell's level.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
it's a little
that's
simpler.
not too bad.
But if you upcast it, it counts, right? Basically, if you cast it, this level
Right.
spell.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what Cliff of Warding is, but I reckon I want to think it's 5th level, right?
We've run into
I
it
think it's
several times
second or
before.
3rd level.
It's that low?
It's actually pretty low. But it can have a higher level spell on it, which might, like, you can store a higher level spell in it.
It is 3rd, and you can, like you said, you can upcast it to increase the spell damage from it. So, okay.
Just as that a guard starts leaving the bar.
Yeah.
The last one. She's gonna hear in her head, "I'm begging of you, please don't take my man."
Oh man, you went Jolene. I didn't think you were gonna go Jolene with that. All right.
The amount of time that my brain spent on deciding how Vela would react is very long.
So
I was like, would she talk to Robes? Would she talk to the guard? What would she say? She wouldn't be aggressive. She wouldn't by any like.
Well, the doors.
But she also wouldn't want to out herself, so it's got to be telepathic.
Is actually here.
What?
The door is actually here. Those other ones are windows. And so as she walks out the door, she just stops as she hears that in her head. She turns around and she sort of scans through, looking nervously. Makes a couple of
I'm
notes
looking
in
at
her notebook,
Newman.
and then walks out. Okay. What do you guys want to do? The bartender is still, by the way, conspicuously absent.
I need a drink.
I'll go behind the bar.
All right. There's plenty of whiskeys and
What would you like?
Strong. Something strong.
All right, I'll pour a strong drink, and then I will make up a price that seems reasonable.
whatever. Pay what you will. Because nobody's gonna stop you. Everybody else is
I mean, I bought a drink first, so I'll charge whatever they charge for my drink.
Okay. I don't remember what it was, but
I don't either. I like 2 silver.
I just set a gold on the counter and say, keep 'em coming.
you do see people clustering in groups now around the tables, whispering low to each other, nervous. Some of them looking askance. If you catch
What
them,
happened to the handcuffed guy? Did he get taken?
oh, he did. Yeah, sorry, that guy went. He's going. Yep. Um, but as you guys are all, they look. You maybe catch them looking askance at you, but for every time you catch them looking askance at you, you see them looking askance at one of the other groups as well. There's no trust in this room, except for around the clusters, and a bit of nervousness that the bartender hasn't returned, and Mary's still in the bathroom.
Yeah, I am.
Nobody's clocking that. You're just Man, this
I'm-
is starting
I'm
to
stuck
feel like
in
a high
here.
school party. Like the cops came, one of them was inappropriate with the football player, and then and
I'm
then
gonna
somebody's
cast
stuck in the
detect
bathroom.
thoughts.
Okay.
Um,
Tell me,
I
whenever
don't
I see
think it
that
uses a
on
spell
Critical Role,
slot.
it's always on a specific person.
The initial cast is not.
Okay.
Or I guess I don't. Maybe I'm misremembering.
I know it picks up general thoughts, but I thought it was of a person.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, but it looks like you can bounce it.
Oh, so you can
So as
can
long
cast
as it
it.
lasts, you can read. Yeah, other people.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool. What do you want to do?
that is cool.
And there's no save until you try to delve deeper. So you can get surface thoughts of everybody here without
Yeah,
anybody knowing you did it.
That's my goal. I'm just gonna kind of pop around the group. So I'm gonna start in the corner on the left, or this group on the left, and then go counterclockwise to kind of get a sense of what the
In the interest of
what the
time, I'm
room's thinking.
just going to give you very
Yeah, that's
surface.
fine. I'm not looking for I'm not looking for specific role plays for each
right.
one.
Yeah. Some of them are thinking about each other. But
Nice.
uh,
I know that feeling.
uh,
A
no,
lot of them are thinking about Robespierre.
No. Oh man, this is gonna be a rough day for Vela.
that cat with the hat is hot. Anyway,
Oh no.
no, there's a lot of, you pick up like some of the conversation. There's nervousness at this table. These are people who actually have been working here. And there's worry about a person named Belos.
You didn't ping.
Sorry, yeah. Ping, ping, ping.
At
Right
this table.
there we go. At this table, these are people who have been working here for some time. You pick that up from their thoughts, just from context. And they're worried about a person named Belos. You not didn't take you too long to figure out that that's the bartender. Then this is a group of people who have been here for a short period of time, but they do also work here, but also kind of are itinerant. And a couple of them are dealers here. A couple of them do street magic and street performances, and they're sort of grifters. And you are picking up a little bit of worry about their colleague who was handcuffed and taken off. Um, and this group are all merchants who did not flee from the merchant. They went in here instead of walking away towards the south. And all of them are more worried about their business prospects, their property, whether or not they're going to be able to claim any of it, how long they'll be delayed, etc.
I think after hearing like not a lot of exciting things, I'm going to walk over to the window and just finish the spell by looking at the guards and the dude in the handcuffs.
They're walking away. How far does that spell go? By the time
It's
you've listened to all
30
these
feet.
guys, they're gone.
Okay.
Because you can't listen to 3 at a time, so you had to listen to a couple.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
So
that's
by the
that's
time you
totally fine.
went there. And in fact, I mean, I don't want to do a lot of deleting and everything, but this area has a troll and a bugbear in it now. This area being the courtyard. There's a troll and a
You
bugbear.
don't have to delete, just hit the invisible button.
I'm just
Highlight them all and hit invisible.
Unless you guys go out there, I'm just gonna leave it be. So.
Well,
You have, yeah. What is it you wish to do?
I'm gonna stare forlornly out the window like it's raining. It's been a rough afternoon.
Okay. It's not raining because you're in a cavern.
I said like.
I know. All right, I've deleted them. There you go. Now you can stare forlornly.
when it sounds quiet enough, I'm
Okay.
gonna just come out of the bathroom. I'll try to be like as subtle as a furball can be,
Okay.
but I don't want to stay in here much longer.
A furball walking
So-
out of the bathroom next to this table. They all just sort of start
Yeah.
a little bit.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm just gonna pretend I belong here. Act confident.
This group, I keep not pinging well, doesn't notice you walking out. This group doesn't see you walk out. This group starts, but they are also the outsider group, and they are like keeping their head down. So you know when you walked out this door that this group here near the bathroom door clocked you.
Hmm
Whether or not
Yeah,
they're going
I
to do
also
anything about it.
feel fairly confident that, like, since I helped save some of the merchants, like, it wouldn't be the first time some of these people would have seen me.
True.
They just might not, like, I don't know if they saw me, who goes in, who goes out, but, if they were paying attention. But this is not the first time I've been seen
Not
by.
a lot of furbolgs on the surface, even less in the Underdark.
Right.
So yeah.
Right.
They know.
But
who
I
you-
mean,
yeah.
it's not like, I was out there helping, put out fires. So I'm hoping maybe if they do see me that they just are like, oh, she must have been around here too. I don't know.
Sure.
So I'm acting confident and just hoping for the best.
Gotcha.
But I want to try to get close enough to Nubin. It seems like at the bar is just our party, huh?
Yeah.
To see what he thinks we should do about the horse. So I'll kind of sit here, not like right next to you, but like, I don't know. What do you think we should do about the talking horse? Should we try to let him out?
If it weren't for that horse.
And since
Never would have made it through college.
Nice. Nice.
I'm on fire tonight, guys.
Oh my gosh! I don't even know what's happening.
I don't even think I recognize that one. What's going on?
That's
Lewis
Black.
I never
Lewis
would have
Black.
said that you're in college.
Yep.
That was it. I'm not very good at quoting directly, but I know what you're
that.
talking
It took, yeah. Wow.
That's how aneurysms happen.
I have an aneurysm right now. I mean, Robin knows 4 out of 4 references tonight. I want to give you I want to send you a sticker that is gold and shaped like a star.
No.
Awesome.
Okay.
But yeah, about our friend the horse. Do you think we should? I mean, he seemed kind of trapped in there. If anything, maybe we should try to get rid of that acidy thing before it causes more problems.
Do you have a way to get rid of it?
I could try. I've been practicing some stuff ever since we had that one that Baracus set for us that blew up in our face.
Ah, that's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what the others think. But I would be all for trying to free the horse. And Nubin will explain to Robes and Alva. There's a talking horse outside, and it says it's trapped. And just gonna leave it at that to see what they say.
I'm not at all phased.
All I have to say is this is what comes from a 1E game. Like, they put monsters in weird places and they leave it for the DM to explain it. So, I love it. I love it. Alright.
About that same time, Elva, you hear in your head, I think we might want to look for the bartender. Their name is Bellows, and the group over in the side over there, but the lone group is really worried about Bellows. But I don't know anything about the horse. But I tell
Well-
Elva because Elva's operating as bartender most of the time.
But now, I mean, it seemed as though someone should mind the place. Do you think any of them want to take over in that regard?
I don't
Oh, you
think you
think one
can
of the
talk
workers?
back. So it's
Which
fabulous.
do you think were the ones that we're talking about? I didn't see the ping on that.
The one on the lone group, the group that's kind of off by itself.
Okay.
And I don't think you can talk back to me.
Oh,
I'm double checking.
okay. No,
I wanna
you're
dou-
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do not
I
reply
wanna
to this
double check.
message.
Yeah.
Well, Alva's just gonna keep tending bar then.
The impression that you get from the boss tones and from this table
Thank you.
is that
I understood that reference. It took me a while, but I got there.
Thank you. The is that they don't
Excuse me.
Bless
want
you.
to step back there because that's as much as they're worried about Balos. If they're back there when Balos comes back, they're in trouble.
Are they giving Elva like an evil eye or anything for being back
Not
there?
even a little bit. It's not that sort of worry. It's more employment worry.
Hmm.
Oh.
That's where Balos works. If I go back there, I'll get yelled at. I'm not supposed to be back there.
Balos sounds like a mean boss. Okay.
All right.
So there's a horse conversation and a Balos conversation.
Well, and it's not just the horse, it's the fact that there's still another glyph out there. I think Meri, whether or not, at this point, if people aren't inclined to follow her, she still would go out to try to dispel the glyph because I just don't want more people getting hurt. So I'll bring it up to Nubin, and he brought it up to the others. And if like people are like seeming like they're not gonna come, that's fine. I'm just gonna head out there, I think.
I wasn't there for the conversation, but if Meri starts walking out, I would probably follow her to just double check she's going to be okay.
I will
Yep.
go through the door this time rather than a window. So head up around.
I
Yeah.
am
Oh,
gonna
dear.
check in with Elva behind the bar. Are you like mixing drinks at this point? What?
Well, if people ask for mixed drinks, Elva doesn't know how to make them, so she will tell them that. But she'll serve anybody who comes up to the bar, and she's taking coin and leaving it all here.
Okay.
She's essentially just minding the bar, so that, like,
Your passive perception, is your shield out right now? You wouldn't have your shield on necessarily. It's on your back, right?
yeah, it's on my back, but all I have to do is have it on me.
Okay. Um, you
So it's either a 16 or a 21 passive perception,
Okay.
if the shield counts.
The shield is going to count here. As you're like looking around, like somebody, like, I don't know, at one point one of these guys over here is going to come up and ask for an ale, and you're like, okay. The shield behind you, as you're facing, south, the shield on your back is going to notice that there's a like a tiny, like, misplaced, like everything around here is dirty, and then there's this one part of this stone. It's not, it's slightly ajar and also cleaned off.
Okay.
I'm circling it with the cursor, and you can't see that, so let me ping it. Here is what you are, like, this. It's very small.
Yeah.
I mean, by very small, I mean no more than 6 inches by like 3 inches. A bit of the slate is actually uh, like different. It's clean and looks slightly popped up.
I'll wait a moment to see if, wait until I know no one's walking toward the bar, and then I'll take a peek at it.
You got it.
Maybe pop it up and look.
All right. While that's happening, Newman and now you guys are very careful because you identified that the glyph is right here. Um, so as you walk up, the horse, of course, is in this stall here, and you approach, and Newman can point out the glyph. I don't remember if Meri saw it or if he.
I saw it. I
Okay.
used detect magic,
That's
so
right.
I know where it is.
You know exactly where it is. Okay.
Yeah.
And you know it is an acid. And as you look at the door, I think we had said this the last time, that it looked like it might be to release the horse, or because it was iron bars that the acid.
Yeah, you didn't exactly spell it all out, but you said the metal and that there was an acid glyph. So, I mean, that would be one way to set the horse free, right? But I mean, Robin doesn't think this is a very nice horse, but Meri knows it's a talking horse and feels bad and knows there's a glyph here and doesn't want people to get hurt. So there's nothing that I've encountered as Meri that would make me feel like I shouldn't release this horse.
Certainly.
How about unicorn?
Okay, are you dispelling the bugbear here? Is like, can I help you?
He steps right on the glyph.
He didn't. He didn't.
I would
but that
stay back
funny
if I were you. This is a dangerous area. I don't. No, if you let me finish my sentence, do you see this here? Can you tell what's going on here?
No.
Yeah, there's something here that I'm going to try to get rid of, because just like all those things were exploding before, this could do something bad.
Did you
so if you don't mind. No, I didn't put it here, because if I put it here, you'd think I'd be standing out here while you're asking me questions trying to get rid of it. I saw it when I saw the other ones blowing up. I was trying to help. I was the one putting out the fires before.
This one walks over. No, actually, that makes sense. But let's just watch. I mean, seriously, why would you do that? I don't know. People do weird things. Whatever. So they're just.
I just want to make sure that it doesn't hurt anybody else. All right?
No, I'm good. I don't want to get hurt. In fact, they're both going to take 5 steps.
Yeah, I would recommend that.
All right.
Goodness gracious. People here. All right. So I'm going to try to just dispel magic 3rd level, because I don't think I would know to do anything fancier, unless my detect magic would have been able to tell me anything about the spell.
I don't know that I mean, it would tell you. It would tell you the spell. It would tell you, or the school of spell, and because detect magic shows you the magic, you would have seen that it's a glyph. You've seen it before, and I think that's why I said you can see the glyph. I don't know that it
And the
tells
school,
you the
yeah.
level.
No, it doesn't say it does. Okay.
So third.
I'm just gonna do third level.
And third is adequate, and it is dispelled.
All right. And so I'll say in a voice so that the horse can hear, but like I realize I'm being watched. I'm like, well, there it goes. That shouldn't cause anybody any problems moving forward. Just try to, I don't know.
You hear in a suitably equine whisper, thank you.
All right. Not the first time I talk to horses.
If you would be so kind as to open the door. I won't. No, I won't leave right away. I need to get back to Sheila. And I don't want to walk out right this minute. I would like to do that surreptitiously. If you could just sort of nudge the lock open.
This is what I'll try to. I can't pick locks or anything, but I'm going to try to be helpful. I'll be like to the bugbear. See, it looks like I can touch this now without a problem, and see if I could like knock it ajar. I don't know. That's the most I can.
Did you see anything happen? No, I mean, well, actually, it's a little cleaner over there now. There was sort of a greeny spill on there before. Oh yeah, it's much cleaner. Oh, maybe it's magic. I don't know. So that's happening. And you can. It's not necessarily locked. It's that it's bolt locked from the outside.
Okay.
So you could shift the lock over. If you'd like to do so stealthily, give me a stealth check.
Oh boy. All right. Oh well, I'm a little better at stealth than I thought.
There, but
I forgot that I actually am pretty stealthy.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I just don't often do it.
Yeah, no.
So
they don't notice at all because they're sort of arguing about whether or not they think you're really a wizard or not. And you bump it with your elbow, and you're not. They turn back, and you're just looking at them. Hi, and they. Well, okay. I mean, you didn't do anything. Keep your nose clean. And
all right.
And that's.
Thank you.
What they do, and you have left the and you hear as you're, from the stall. I will let Sela know that you are helpful.
Just feel like everything I've done lately is the wrong thing, but I'm glad to know Sela will think I'm helpful. You never know. Good karma. We're putting good karma out there.
Sure, Sela is just like a forest elf, just like a totally good person.
Yes, absolutely.
Not like a drider.
Right.
Either that or Sela is the Spider Queen's first name. We just haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, there you go.
Hi, I'm Lolth. Sela Lolth, Miss Sela Lolth to you. Yep.
I'll whisper to Nubin as we walk away from this. I don't know if I told you, but I stole the magical bag that's locked too, and I don't know what's inside. So maybe Vela can help us with that later. I don't know what I'm doing today. This is just chaos.
And Nubin will say, "I think I like the new Vela. I mean, the new Meriwether."
Ouch.
Oh boy.
All right. What's going on inside? Elva, you have discovered there is a small hidden compartment in the floor, stone that is sort of cut out.
Yeah, I'm going to pop it open when nobody's at the bar.
Okay.
Other than perhaps Robespierre.
Yeah, right. I'm pretending. I'm casually watching.
Okay. So I picture this. Ed, tell me if you wish to do so.
If Robes is there before I do it, I'm gonna make sure to catch his eye and communicate clearly that I'm doing something that he should maybe watch.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm actually watching. I'm just trying to not make it super obvious that I'm watching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but I'm doing one of those things head down, my eyes over.
But make sure I lock eyes first.
The way I picture this, and Ed, tell me if you wish to do it differently. Is you walk over there and you kind of put your toe down to pop it up, and it sort of flips up a little bit, like you push down on one side of it and the rest of the stone pops up. And
If that would do it,
Yep.
that'd be great.
and then you reach down and pull it open, and in it is a bag of gold. Rough count quick is somewhere around 350 gold. And underneath it is a drawing. And it's on a piece of parchment. And it is not immediately discernible. Like, it looks like a sketch, but might take a little bit more than just a quick glance to ascertain what it is.
So since I have sort of decided that I'm tending this bar for the near foreseeable future, I'm going to give Robes a drink with this paper under it, like looking like a napkin.
Got it.
I'll give you a wink
and hand it off.
Man, you're getting all the addresses tonight.
That's right.
So,
I'll slip it underneath.
Good thing Bailiff outside.
So
you did climb through another window to get outside. So
you did.
I did.
It's really it usually is better at knowing what's a window and what's a door, but I don't know. Anyway, so you slip this sort of parchment under at Robes. It takes a second, but you are able to figure out, relatively quickly. It's just that, just glancing at it, it wouldn't be apparent. But after a little bit of looking, you can tell it's sort of a map of the first floor of the building you're in. And then there's a softer line drawing its way, and I'm going to just draw it on this map. That goes like this. Oh, that's not a line. Hold on. I don't know that you guys can see all that because of walls.
I can see.
There's a line.
So I can open some doors.
The line on the left side of the bar.
Yep. I will open some doors just so that you guys can. There. Oh. So it goes past the left side of the bar into the door.
Oh, I see.
And then there's a back door to the bar through this storeroom.
Well, that would definitely capture my interest because that's not exactly what the two Drow did, but similar.
Yep.
They went out the window, I think.
They did go out the window.
So I don't know if that matters. And is an arrow pointing out, or it's just your arrow?
That's my arrow pointing up, and it is. That is what you see on the map.
Okay, but I do see an arrow pointing out. Okay, so it's an egress. Okay. Yeah, I'll just kind of like, bartender, I guess, whoever you are.
Hi, person I've never met before. Hail and well met.
Right.
Did you need another bottle?
This
Quite expensive.
But this beer, it has a fly in it. And take a close look. And
what's that fly doing in there?
If I don't know, why did you do that? Because I'm a snake person, and you thought I would eat a fly. Actually, it's true, but
I thought you would say backstroke.
So I'm hoping to get you close enough. I'll just kind of point out the map, and I'll kind of like look at the, shoot my eyes to the door, and say, I saw some Drow exit that doorway.
Right.
After the blast.
I remember that time.
So maybe Balos is connected, is all.
Right.
Also, there really is a fly in this ale.
That's a shame.
Can I get another one?
Yes, it'll be too soon. The fly is extra.
So they'll throw another copper on.
Okay. At this point, if you guys are heading back in, those of you who went to dispel the ward,
Yeah, I wouldn't linger, but I
okay.
see Vela there, and I want to let her know about the bag I found.
Mm-hmm.
As well.
Okay. I forgot.
So I'm gonna go to the door and not go through the window, but as I go past her, sorry, Vela, I will let you know about this. Like, I think the bag is magical, but it's got a lock on it. I don't know
That's right.
how to. I don't have the key, but I was panicking a little bit because I just didn't know what was important and what wasn't. I didn't know who set off the glyphs, so I thought maybe the guy who was where it first started was guilty, but now I think he was just a. So I stole his stuff, Ayla. But we might want to see what's inside this bag at some point. And if I'm not being watched, I'm gonna pass it to her.
Yeah, I think you could do that fairly surreptitiously
Hmm.
without a
Okay.
roll. Yep. All right. So you are now in the possession of the locked bag. Um,
Excellent. Mary, um, this is usually my job. It's
Well,
very out
I
of character
know,
for you.
I know. I've just
I'm
been picking up
impressed.
everything. I don't know what's important. I now have like pieces of like, I don't know what this is, like a catapult and springs and stuff. I just keep grabbing everything. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Well, we haven't given you many opportunities to draw maps lately. Maybe we need to just. You're learning new skills.
you haven't
Oh,
been able to
goodness.
engage in your hobbies. um, okay.
uh, I'll take the bag and I'll.
Okay.
Um, how big is it?
Uh, it's like a standard purse, like modern purse size, like not a giant purse, not a clutch, but like a. It's what is that like 10 by
I don't
16?
know, but it's gray.
10 by 16, and it's not a bag it's not like a not like when we think of like a just a rounded sack kind of thing. It's like a handbag, but it's uh more
So
like a
I need to like
more like a bag of
put it.
holding than a sack is I think what I'm trying to say. Like more like a satchel. There we go.
That was the
It's
word. That was the word I was
that's
writing down, like
that's
satchel.
the word I wanted. Satchel. It just took me a while to
Okay.
get there. It's like a satchel.
I'm glad you got there.
Yeah,
I'm glad
thank
you
you.
got there.
Thank you.
Uh, um, so I can't really like put it away. Like I just have to wear it.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, that seems likely.
Okay. All
You
right. I
could
will
shove it in
wear
a
it.
backpack if you have a backpack on, but
I do, but I feel like shoving it in the backpack would be more obvious. So I'm just gonna sling it over my shoulder and kind of just push it to the back
okay.
underneath my cape, my flowy cape, and then walk to the bathroom.
You got it. Oh, okay. You're taking it to the
We're really
bathroom.
making use of this bathroom,
Yeah,
Paul.
I
I'm glad you
appreciate
put
that.
it in here.
Appreciate that. I put them in a lot of places just because my own like verisimilitude says, why would you not have one? Uh,
At a bar, especially.
yeah. So, and
Indeed.
then they don't come up because we don't want to talk about bathrooms very often for good reason. Uh, so,
What's the good reason?
because people don't want to talk about pooping.
There.
Oh, I think. Have you met us?
Yeah, and I don't think you want to talk about pooping. Um,
We talk about.
You're about to send us on like a 5-minute poop tangent
Discourse.
yeah,
discourse. Yeah, there
yeah.
you go.
All right, but we're not going to do that. We're going to check in with other
Just
folk here.
on duty.
What is
Oh, here it comes.
Newman has
Treatise
now
on
bellied back up to the
duty.
bar, where Robes has a map. There are beers being poured, and Vela has gone right to the bathroom. It looks like Meriwether has opted to sit in the southeast corner.
Yeah, I'm kind of keeping an eye on the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and open the bag in the bathroom.
Okay. I will need a lock pick, like thieves' tools check.
Uh-huh. Yep. 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 Thieves' tools. Normal.
Nice.
Good thieves' tools check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you open the bag and it appears to be full of metal jacks. As in like
Mm-hmm.
this.
Yeah, like playing the game
Yeah.
jacks.
But they are very finely made. They appear to be molded. They're not hammered together. They appear to be poured into a mold and then polished. The quality is actually, um, you stolen stuff. You know what things are worth. Like this is a very small jack, and you've got about 150 of them in this bag. And each one of them appears to be hand polished, handmade precisely. And that's what you know about it.
Huh. Okay. I'm gonna keep digging through the bag just to double check that there's nothing else in here.
Jacks all the way down.
What in the world? What did she steal? Why are there
Oh,
jacks?
No little
What a
rubber
She
ball.
robbed
weird
a
thing
child.
Yeah. There's no rubber ball, no bouncy thing in there.
No, this is not a toy. You get very clearly that even though it looks like jacks, that's what it reminds you of. This is not a toy. No kid could afford this. No adult, unless they were extraordinarily wealthy, would pay for this many jacks for a kid for a toy. This is not a toy.
Are they sharp on the ends?
Not in a way that makes you think that inherently it's sharpness as a weapon kind of thing. But you wouldn't want to like push it hard into your finger, but it wouldn't cut you just by grabbing it or puncture you just by grabbing it.
And I
So they're
had
not like
seen
caltrops.
a magical glow on the bag, right? It wasn't the
Yes.
lock, it was the bag. Okay.
Well, little unclear actually on that. Might have been
Oh,
what was in the bag.
right,
Yep,
right,
yep,
right.
yep, yep.
But it wasn't like specifically just the lock was
Correct.
magical. It was like the bag was glowing. So what was in the bag or the bag itself? Okay, that's
Correct.
just all
Correct.
right.
Huh.
You should try throwing one.
In the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
It's a
Yeah,
stink
throw it
bomb.
in.
No.
Fascinating.
When
I'm
he
gonna
was
close.
selling grain, he was not selling like anything like I mean, I don't know what's in the bag yet, but I'm just
Yeah.
going back in my notes
Yep.
because I'm like, this was not what he was selling, right? He was selling
Nope.
grain. Okay.
Nope.
All right.
Just a little gnome selling grain,
Mm-hmm. Well, it was the purple hat guy
which I think
that
was a gnome, right? Wasn't he?
no, the gnome had the chef's hat.
Oh, I thought it was the gnome.
Oh, so maybe it's
No.
not Jax.
It is. Nope.
Retcon.
Nope. I'm not retconning. It's Jax. I just have to change another thing that you don't know in my head. That's all.
Yeah, there was purple hat guy that was avoiding the spot that turned
That's
out to
right.
be the first glyph,
That's right.
and there was a potion of greater healing
Yep.
and a bag that was in his stuff.
Yep.
When he was like unconscious.
No, I've got it in my head now. I remember what I was intending.
Okay.
It is Jax. Yep.
All right. Gonna I guess walk back out of the bathroom over, and as I leave in Mary's head, why did you take jacks? There's not even a ball with them. They're like artisan jacks. What made you want to take this bag? And then I'll get over by Meri.
Thanks, because I can't talk back. So I'm just
I know.
looking at you like,
I just didn't want to make it a long conversation when I got to you.
right.
So it's a short one when we get to you.
Yeah. So when you get to me, I will let you know that whatever they are, they were glowing with some magical energy. So they might not be exactly what they seem to be. I don't know. Be careful with them.
I'm gonna walk back over by the window and look forlornly out of it. And if there's nobody around, I'm gonna chuck a jack
Oh,
out the
jeez.
window.
All right, I need.
For us to roll for initiative.
Potentially, eventually. I need you to roll a. I mean, you're just throwing it at the ground, or what are you doing?
Yeah, like there's
So-
nobody out here.
No, I mean there
So I'm
are.
just-
There are two bugbears and a troll out there.
So when I think they're not looking, I'm gonna throw it out the window, sort of in this direction,
Okay, you want it to hit the stone floor.
to get sort of where the glyphs were.
Okay.
So if it does something crazy, it can be blamed on a glyph.
Got it.
I didn't close it. Oh, I guess I did. Sorry.
I have a feeling that it's going to be the reverse, where the glyphs are going to be blamed on you if something crazy happens.
Well, I'm gonna throw it and I'm gonna walk right away from the window.
All manner of
There you
things
go.
could happen.
All manner of things can happen. That's why we play this game. I really hope it sets up a glyph.
Roll a. I don't know what mechanic I want here. Unarmed. No, not unarmed.
Oh man.
Like it's a improvised weapon range attack.
So just a dex,
I guess so.
right? Isn't that improvised weapon?
Yeah, and then tell me what your strength is.
A dex. Ability check. Normal. Strength is 14.
Okay.
So +2 for strength.
You throw the jack out, and it hits the rocks right here by this, and it explodes, like a small fireball. So it does
Oh no.
7 points of fire damage as it just boom, and now there's fire all throughout here.
Oh no.
Well, that already burned before, so there's probably not
That's
much
right.
damage you could do that hasn't already been done.
But now the
Oh, no.
alert,
Why would-
this bugbear jumps. This bugbear jumps. The troll starts moving forward, looking at what's going on.
I look out the window. I say, oh, there was another glyph, guys.
Make a deception
Oh
check.
no!
Nice.
Deception check. Oh no.
You're good at this, right?
Come on.
Oh god.
You're not good at this.
Do we have any rerolls?
No, you bought a
no.
random encounter.
Oh no.
So, no one
I
believes
mean,
you
somebody
because
could buy rerolls.
Somebody could buy rerolls.
several people saw you walk to this window and then went, "Hey, guess what happened?" And so, there are people moving away from Vela now, backing away from her, and some pointing of fingers at her. She did it. She's the one who cast the wards.
I'm gonna, in robes you're gonna hear, make me invisible, and I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
To the bathroom? You know there's no exit from the bathroom.
It's true. Oh yeah, you're right. I do know that.
Sorry, I should have given you that hint.
No, I'm gonna run behind the bar and beg ropes to make me invisible.
And I need a bio break, so
Okay.
we're going to take one on that moment. Unless you want to say what you're doing first, or you want to wait till we come back. We'll wait till we come back.
But leave
Let's
it on
wait.
a cliffhanger.
Leave it on the cliffhanger. All right, we will be right back, everybody. 1 second, please. Thanks.
Wingspan is a place full of birds. Your goal is to build a wonderful preserve that will lead you to victory. Learn new facts about birds. Blue jays can carry up to 5 acorns. Discover new species. Help them lay eggs. Gain food. Or even hunt. Become a bird enthusiast. Wingspan, a relaxing strategy game.
Lavender Legal Center is a nonprofit providing legal representation and related advocacy by and for LGBTQ Iowans. Lavender provides direct representation, advocacy, and referrals, with a priority for serving those with low income and LGBTQ youth. Lavender operates with 4 main core values. The first is equity, recognizing that legal aid and related advocacy are basic human rights. Second is inclusivity, providing equal access to services for those who are marginalized. Third is dignity. LGBTQ people are worthy of advocacy no matter their specific need for assistance. And fourth is compassion. LGBTQ people in need of legal services come to the matter with great vulnerability. To best serve those individuals and families, Lavender Legal Center must have concern and understanding for their sufferings. Your support of Lavender Legal Center helps further the mission to provide legal services, advocacy, and resources for the LGBTQ community. Together, we can build a more equitable, inclusive, dignified, and compassionate future.
Wingspan is a place full of birds. Your goal is to build a wonderful preserve that will lead you to victory. Learn new facts about birds. Blue jays can carry up to 5 acorns. Discover new species. Help them lay eggs. Gain food. Or even hunt. Become a bird enthusiast. Wingspan, a relaxing strategy game.
Lavender Legal Center is a nonprofit providing legal representation and related advocacy by and for LGBTQ Iowans. Lavender provides direct representation, advocacy, and referrals, with a priority for serving those with low income and LGBTQ youth. Lavender operates with 4 main core values. The first is equity, recognizing that legal aid and related advocacy are basic human rights. Second is inclusivity, providing equal access to services for those who are marginalized. Third is dignity. LGBTQ people are worthy of advocacy no matter their specific need for assistance. And fourth is compassion. LGBTQ people in need of legal services come to the matter with great vulnerability. To best serve those individuals and families, Lavender Legal Center must have concern and understanding for their sufferings. Your support of Lavender Legal Center helps further the mission to provide legal services, advocacy, and resources for the LGBTQ community. Together, we can build a more equitable, inclusive, dignified, and compassionate future.
Wingspan is a place full of birds. Your goal is to build a wonderful preserve that will lead you to victory. Learn new facts about birds. Blue jays can carry up to 5 acorns. Discover new species. Help them lay eggs. Gain food. Or even hunt. Become a bird enthusiast. Wingspan, a relaxing strategy game.
Lavender Legal Center is a nonprofit providing legal representation and related advocacy by and for LGBTQ Iowans. Lavender provides direct representation, advocacy, and referrals, with a priority for serving those with low income and LGBTQ youth. Lavender operates with 4 main core values. The first is equity, recognizing that legal aid and related advocacy are basic human rights. Second is inclusivity, providing equal access to services for those who are marginalized. Third is dignity. LGBTQ people are worthy of advocacy no matter their specific need for assistance. And fourth is compassion. LGBTQ people in need of legal services come to the matter with great vulnerability. To best serve those individuals and families, Lavender Legal Center must have concern and understanding for their sufferings. Your support of Lavender Legal Center helps further the mission to provide legal services, advocacy, and resources for the LGBTQ community. Together, we can build a more equitable, inclusive, dignified, and compassionate future.
Wingspan is a place full of birds. Your goal is to build a wonderful preserve that will lead you to victory. Learn new facts about birds. Blue jays can carry up to 5 acorns. Discover new species. Help them lay eggs. Gain food. Or even hunt. Become a bird enthusiast. Wingspan, a relaxing strategy game.
Lavender Legal Center is a nonprofit providing legal representation and related advocacy by and for LGBTQ Iowans. Lavender provides direct representation, advocacy, and referrals, with a priority for serving those with low income and LGBTQ youth. Lavender operates with 4 main core values. The first is equity, recognizing that legal aid and related
are on audio now,
advocacy
so that
are
type of
basic
conversation.
human rights.
The stealing stories.
No, the part about you making tea.
Very tasty tea.
Well, I'm glad it was good. All right, so we're back, and what had occurred while we went to break was sort of a cliffhangery bit, because Vela has thrown a jack out the window, not knowing what it was, and restarted sort of an explosion scenario out in the open market area, alerting and alarming the troll and 2 bugbears who were out there, who are now raising the alarm. The rest of the patrons in the bar who did see Vela go to the window are now sort of well, I don't know that it's suspicion. Some of them probably saw something. And they're now very, very worried that the saboteurs are in the bar with them. What are you guys? I know Robes was. Oh, she ran past him and asked Robes, "Please make me invisible. Please make me invisible," and go.
In your head. In his head.
Yeah. All right, I will stand up from my chair and kind of step into the center of the bar and just kind of raise my hand and say, people, we are letting the saboteurs get to us, turning us against each other. This woman who has been helping the people who are hurt, raising them from the dead, healing them, you really think that she has somehow created a glyph of warning from a window and exploded it? What do you think, she threw a magic pebble or something? It doesn't have to make any sense. We are just being paranoid.
All right.
Look at her. She's clearly addled.
leaning into Nubin's story about her all along.
I love it.
Gala.
Give me your choice on this one. I'm really torn. Persuasion or performance? Deception, a great case could be made for that too. Tell me how you want to roll that and how you want to play it. Are you playing
I
it
feel like I
for
was
like
very
you're
much decepting.
deceiving? Okay, give it
Yeah.
the roll.
Okay, this is an important one. Oh, well, 18.
Okay, I had the DC rather high at 15. 15's a difficult check, and people. Well, that's true. I did see her heal our friend, the redheaded dealer. Um, oh, yeah, okay. And there's some calming down, but that does not calm down the troll and the two bugbears outside. Anything else you guys want to be doing as they start calling out for more guards, saying the saboteurs are back.
Gonna clean the glass.
Okay.
I'm behind the bar.
Okay.
I'm gonna clean the glass and walk over in that direction and lean down and cast invisibility.
On yourself.
No,
Oh.
on Vela.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Oh,
I thought you ran into the bathroom, so.
I was gonna.
There's a fun invisible, right? I got this.
Yeah.
I bought this or didn't buy. I got this new module that actually names in big letters what everything is.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Yeah, I saw it. It's nice.
Okay. So, Vela's now invisible, and the rest of the group is like, well, no, that's true. But the bugbear who addressed the group earlier is moving towards the door.
Bela is also moving. As soon as she looks down and sees that she's not visible, she is running out from behind the bar so that people who saw her run behind the bar can't get her found.
Gotcha.
And probably heading into the closet over here. But I didn't want to go there in case you were concerned about me walking through that door.
No, you're fine. You can go in there.
Okay.
The door, I believe, was open. So.
It was. Yep.
Okay. So, Bugbear walks in. Don't anybody move!
Everybody don't move.
There's a saboteur about. What do you guys want to do?
I'm not going to move.
Yep, just waiting at the bar.
Okay. Eventually, the three Drow reappear. But they come.
Good.
But they look somewhat subservient as another Drow officer appears. This one looks a little less foolish, or at least inept. And then, all right. So, these three take up positions in every corner of the bar, and they say, all right, this one walks calmly to the center and says, Fezig tells me that a saboteur
Fezig
is in this bar. And he's just pacing in a circle. As it turns out, nobody was harmed, but we are concerned that there are those who oppose the will of Our Lady amongst us here, and do not wish to see the Drows succeed, and are willing to sacrifice innocent people who are merely trading with our government for their own ends. Just going to ask once. Do any of you sympathize with these so-called reformer coalitionists? He just moves over here. You! And he picks out the Drow here with the extreme undercut. And you! Would you see the government of Erelai Kinlu overturned? No, no. I'm loyal. I'm loyal to Elevandra. I Elevandra and Eclavadra. I swear my fealty. I swear it. Good. And you outlanders. What would you gain, any of you, from disrupting the goals of our high priestesses? No
Well,
answers. Oh,
nothing, of course. I can't speak for everyone here, but I am an opportunist. Always want to find who is in power and get the coin from them because they're the ones who hold the control. So I don't know. Some of these rough and tumble types probably similar boats.
I believe you to be a worldly person. I also consider myself a worldly person. Where in the world are you from, friend?
I'll just point up.
And,
I'm from up here.
well, clearly you have the look, and he's just circling around you, of the Yuan Ti, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct. I hail from a place called Cesarine.
And what name did you give when you entered the depot?
Francois Laforge.
Francois Laforge. And you see the woman who has the cat who she needed to see has
Forgot about her.
written down your name. But also he says, Tellini, go check that is in the books. And she, nods and she leaves. So she is going to go check to see if Francois Lafarge is been entered into the books as you entered, which of course it hasn't.
Yeah,
because you were a kitty.
that's right.
Barkeep. Have you anything non-alcoholic behind there?
I really don't know. I could have a look.
She's just been tending the bar since the bartender left. We don't know who she is.
I came up for a drink and no one was here, and I thought rather than let anyone abscond, I'd mind it. I've taken all of the coin I've collected is here. If you'd like to count it, I'm afraid there wasn't a price list. I've had to improvise.
He points at this guy who clearly works there. He goes, check to make sure that it's adequate to what was taken. We don't tolerate thieves. And so he's going there and checking it. And actually, you've been overcharging. So he's like, no, it's all here. And with your perception, you note like a couple coppers end up in his purse. because this guy has moved on and he's now questioning these guys. Anything you guys wish to do? You know that there will be a return with no Francois Lafarge on the list.
Well, we'll see.
All right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't know. You guys have abilities. Let's see what happens.
The head chief guy
This one.
in his head. I don't know. I can't see out the door. He's outside my line of sight.
Do you have to see him in order to be able to speak to him?
No, actually, I double checked it. It's
But
like talking.
You were in there before
I just have
he
to know he's
entered.
there.
Okay. Okay. So you heard him. So that's enough. Okay.
Yeah. So he hears in like I disguise my telepathic voice and give it like some weird giant accent that we've heard above for the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
Haha, you fool! Looking around in a bar. I've clearly got the upper hand and am far wiser than you. You've fallen for it once again. I cannot wait to see how easily deceived you are going forward.
Okay. Your choice, because I can see 3 different ways to go with that, and you can pick which one you are most going for. I can see that being deception. I can honestly see it being performance, and I can also see it being intimidation. And you can make a case for something else if I missed something, but those are what I heard.
In my head, I was sort of attempting, I mean, it is all of those things, but I was also hoping to sort of use it manipulatively to like persuade him out the door, like to go looking for something that isn't in this space.
None of that language sounded persuasive to me.
That's fair.
Let's say I think there's a word for manipulatively persuading someone.
It's deception.
Yeah. Deception.
All right. Well, go for it.
Oh no.
Just save it for last one. Oh, you're consistent.
Yeah.
Yep. Really
Well
good liar. What I'm really good at.
He actually yells to the angry one, the one who was trying to, intimidate people the last time. He was, I don't remember what I named that guy, but
Fezzik.
No, Fezzik's the bugbear. He's going to yell at this guy to go and get a mage. There's magic and wizardry about, and so he's going to leave and attempt to fetch a wizard. He then is going to call in and say, Brunk, we'll need you in here. And the troll just sort of squeezes through and walks in because he's a little concerned that he's understaffed in here right now, having sent the other 2 away.
I'm just gonna whisper. Everybody in their head in our party is in order is gonna hear. Sorry, I keep making things worse. I'm gonna stay quiet in this back room now. Good luck.
All right. He will have. He's sort of like eyeballing everybody at this point, and now he's starting to look a little nervous because clearly he's dealing with powers a little over his pay grade since somebody was whispering in his head, and then his reaction, saying there's clearly a mage and not explaining it, he looks a little shalagala. So he's going to move over to here.
That can mean many things. Maybe he just looks attractive.
It's true. He does have a bit of a smolder to him. He is going to move over to Nubin and say, you seem to to be one of orders. What brings you to our lands?
I'm simply here to sell the silk.
And he looks at, and you still have that bolt of silk by you. And he, that's it. You are traveling through unknown lands with one bolt of, albeit excellent silk. But that's it. That's worth it to you.
That's it. I'm a traveling merchant, and this is where we came. And just so that you know, the young woman that has been questioned is my ward. She is touched. She is not well. She knows not what she speaks.
You don't know any of that, Tony.
Oh, well, okay, then I didn't see it.
I was gonna say, just be because that was all said in the guy's head.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yep. So, and he didn't say, I just heard a young woman's voice in my head. He just said, we need a mage, there's a wizard or a spellcaster about. So, I mean, if you want to say that, you can, but, does sound like it.
Yeah, no, I would pass on that then.
Okay.
That seems like a bad idea.
And what name were you traveling under, sir?
And I'll give him the same name that I gave at the gate.
Which I don't remember.
Which
but
he clearly remembers.
I don't either.
Yep.
I didn't write it down. All right, and he will actually pull out a pad of paper because he doesn't want to send another person out and write it down. We will check that. Please, if you haven't secured accommodations here, please do. And then I'll move over to this table and start questioning them. Anything you guys want to do?
I want to try to position myself to intercept. I think it was Tenny, the cat lady.
Talisi.
Talisi?
Yeah, it might have been Talini, but
Talini, whatever.
Yeah.
I wouldn't remember her name anyways. But I want to catch her. I want to catch her on her way in, if I can, and
okay.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm in the right position or not. We'll see.
All right.
If it's over here, it looks a little too crowded. But...
Yeah, this is the main door. These are all supposed. These are all supposed to be windows.
Oh, okay. And then I would definitely be over here. That's right.
Oh no, these are doors. I'm sorry, everybody. These are doors. This is the main doors. I'm sorry. Why are these? Okay, I've been jerking you guys around.
It was way funnier that we were climbing in and out of windows, but.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what's occurring. Okay. All right. Anything else going on that you guys wish to be doing? Okay. Eventually.
Got us in enough trouble. I don't need to respond to questions like that anymore tonight.
All right. You do see Talini returning. She gets to the door. You've been looking through the window as she starts running back. You recognize her. Well, because she hit on you. No, you hit on her. So,
it was a mutual situation.
It was pretty mutual. And so she bursts through the door.
And as soon as I see her, I make eye contact with her and I cast suggestion. And I say, you are going to tell him that you saw my name, of course, because that's the correct thing to do, right?
All right, how's this work? We haven't tried suggestion in a while, so.
So it has to be reasonable, but I'll let you. I'm kind of like trying to charge it with like.
Oh my God, that saving throw is enormous at this. All right.
Let me double check. That's crazy. Is that right? Yeah, because we're level. Yeah, we have +5 proficiency.
You're level 15. Wow. Yeah. And she's just a standard drow. Like. So here we go. I mean, she could roll a 20. She could hit a crit. Here we go. No, she doesn't at all. Yeah, of course I saw it. You're right. That's the right thing to do. Um,
You see? We'll come back here later tonight.
I look forward to it.
I'll be waiting.
Not as much as me.
That's
And
not part of the suggestion spell. Just to be super
I
clear,
know,
that
I
piece
know.
is not.
No, yeah, right. We're not doing anything creepy like that. But she will. Yes. Noted. Noted. His name was on the list. He came in today. Very well. And he'll start like questioning over here. Um, and he is nervous. Eventually, anything you guys want to do? Because in about 3 minutes, a Drow mage will appear. Not that you know that they're coming, so because he summoned one.
I'm gonna keep going then. Probably.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you're going
I
out.
don't think we would blame you.
You're going out the door.
I'm going, yeah, through the back door.
Okay. You go off
Oh, and the
map.
map ends.
Yeah, the
I was
map.
gonna say, and the map ends. I cannot go any higher.
That's fine. You are in an alleyway, and you have two choices: east or west. Uh, I don't know that you were told anything about what was shown on the map.
Is there a weird glowing light to the right?
There's a weird glowing
East
light everywhere
here.
because there's the phosphorus glow. Yeah, that's from
Oh,
the,
okay, got it.
yeah, it's just from the weird light that they use from the fungus.
Uh,
That there's actually a window over the doorway over the staircase there, and that's
oh,
why
like
you're
a
seeing that.
transom.
Yeah,
Got
that
it.
you're just seeing light coming from the building.
Got it. I think I would. Is there like, weren't we in the middle of like a cliff zone, like were there cliffs all around this building
Yeah,
on the left side?
yeah. Actually, you're in an alleyway between that, and you can see some staircases that lead up to these apartments that are above you, and then you see actually in this general direction from you. I just started getting the spiral that I'm thinking. Okay, from this direction, can you see that, Dusty?
Uh-huh, yeah.
From and actually a little further west, you see that there's actually the like a main caravan hallway that heads off to the northwest.
A caravan hallway. Is there anything? So you said there's something above me?
By caravan hallway, I mean like a major cavernous tunnel that heads off to the northwest. If you
Got
recall
it.
your map,
Right, because there's a bunch of tunnels all over the place.
you have the main way that you came in from the south, and then there are two main ways leading out of here, one to the northwest and one to the northeast. And your map that you had indicated that you guys were mostly trying to head northwest.
Right. And what's above me?
Uh,
Like
you-
straight up, is there a second floor to the building?
yes, there is a second floor to the building. Hence the staircase where ropes fell down.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna float up to the roof,
Okay.
and as soon as I see the mage enter the building,
Okay.
I'm gonna chuck a jack as far as I can away from the building. And but also not near any populated areas.
So the populated areas that you know of is as you're floating up, you can see these sort of carved into the cliff face apartment cave doors. Like this is, I kind of picture it as a cave. What was that called? The Royal Crescent in Bath.
Okay, sort of like Mesa Verde almost.
But
There's
with
apartments built into the cliff face.
quite a bit of, but not just openings, like full doors and everything. Like it's just a it's a high rise of apartments but motel style, where you don't have a common hallway, interior hallway. Your exit is right to the exterior. It's townhomes
It's a
built up
motel.
on. It's townhomes, but built on top of each other.
Okay.
Okay. So,
I want to know why you think that's relevant to what I'm doing because I don't understand.
because I want you to make sure you don't throw to the north, because
Oh,
all of the populated is to the north. If
got
you're
it.
gonna throw,
Okay.
you're gonna have to throw again in the same place that everything
Okay.
bad has happened.
I am going to fly over the building, fly over the courtyard as soon as I see the mage go inside, drop the drac directly down right where my thing is, where I pinged.
I didn't see your
Do you
ping.
see it?
Nope.
Right there?
Nope.
Shift ping? Oh, you can't shift ping. Oh, yeah, I can.
You
Right
can, but then I jacked it
Yeah.
up. Do it one more time.
there. Wherever there's a thing there currently.
Shift
Right.
shift ping, please.
Right there. Oh, you want me to shift ping? Okay,
Yeah.
shift. Ping.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna drop it there, and then I'm gonna fly back to the top of the building as fast as I can, so that I'm not throwing it. I'm just, and then going back over the top of the building, eventually, with the intention of getting back down to that main door.
So you have to be 30 feet up to clear the roof.
Okay.
So you're dropping it from 30 feet onto the ground there.
Yep.
Your expectation is it will explode.
Yep.
Okay. Because it will.
Yeah.
All right.
As soon as I drop it, I'm flying.
Okay.
But I might get hurt. It is what it is.
Okay. You drop it here. It goes boom. As soon as it goes boom, the mage goes running out. And this guy goes running out looking for the cause of this. He comes running out. He will also eventually get there, but he'll go right to here. He will stay here in the bar. What do you guys do once you hear the explosion to the southeast?
I mean, I'd just look out the door. I'm kind of sitting by it.
Okay.
You had put the troll on top of my token, so
I'm
I just
sorry.
moved a little bit. I just didn't want to be like sitting right where the troll was. So
I gotcha.
I really didn't plan to be moving around much.
It's okay.
But
I get why you did it. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
Otherwise, I'm fine being in the same seat I was, but I just didn't want to be like buried by troll. So
I think
yeah.
in this situation it has no bearing.
Okay.
Than the fact that you want to look out the window now, and that's fine. You can do that.
Sure. Like a person probably would if they heard an explosion outside.
So you see another one of these booms. I don't know that anybody else of your team saw the boom, right? Because Vela threw it out the window. So it's a half a fireball. It's not even half. It's like a quarter fireball. And it, boom. It's not like the glyphs of warding, but it would certainly have the effect of potentially looking like a glyph of warning going off. So that happens over here. There's this major explosion. There's another bit of fire and they all run out. You can see that happening. Vela retreats back to the floating, I assume, still 30 feet up. Over the alleyway. She's invisible via Elvis spell. And what are the rest of you guys doing as chaos again reigns throughout?
Give an exasperated sigh. Clean the bar some more. I'm never gonna get out of here.
No, right? I'm feeling
this isn't
the
even
same
my
way.
job, and this shift will never end.
I'll approach the head dude and say, I am a sword for hire. If you need some help, you seem understaffed. Toss a few coins my way and put a good word in for me, and I can give you an assistance.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit!
No, he doesn't.
Thought he would say "fuck off."
No, He didn't necessarily say okay. He's just okay, but he's going to be going to look at this, and he is looking for any evidence of anything. He's examining the ground because it's a fireball. It exploded and it went out because it's on concrete. It didn't catch anything. Not concrete. It's on stone. Uh, so he has moved out. The troll is the only one remaining because the bugbear will leave. The troll is actually starting to leave. Uh, you guys are all going to remain in the building?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I followed him.
Okay.
Trying to be helpful.
Yeah, I guess I feel like it would look more suspicious for us all just to take off. So, like, I'm just gonna stay here until the heat eventually quiets down. Is my hope.
Okay.
Vayla's gonna just start intentionally dropping jacks all over the city to like just cause
Yeah.
chaos.
She's got like 148 more of them, so it could be.
Just like tear a hole in the bag and just like fly
Oh,
over the city.
Oh my gosh. I don't want to be that mean. There could be rebels here. People who
Yeah.
don't like
That's true. They would be, yeah. Then you'd be hurting people. You have to be like very intentional, like blowing up like alleyways.
Mm-hmm.
Also, don't do that.
Okay.
I'm not going to.
Eventually, their investigation comes to naught, although the Drow mage does walk in and casts Detect Magic.
Uh-oh.
Begins to cast it. I think several of you would recognize the cast of it. So he's going to do that and say, I am looking for a magical being who can communicate in the heads of others. And then he begins.
I mean, I do magic, but I'm not good at that kind of magic. If you, in fact, I mean, I've got this thing here, and I'll show my threads of loaf that I'm wearing.
Oh my god!
And I'm, yeah, I'm like, I've got this thing here. It's quite magical. That's one of my many magical things.
We're festooned head to toe with magical items.
Right, but I'm intentionally showing the thread.
Yeah,
right.
It's definitely the most magical.
He's going to
and also Lolthy.
He's going to pick this guy up who's sitting in between you and shove him out of the way as you display the thread of Lolth.
It's on my ankle. I've been wearing it as an anklet, so not that it matters, but that's what it is.
How do you display it? Do you like plop your foot up, or you like
on the chair,
okay.
you know, yeah,
like roll your pant leg up, like showing your ankle?
I think I wear like a leather skirt kind of thing, or
okay.
You know, I've never really imagined her wearing pants. It's more of a
okay.
Like at all? You're just running around.
No,
like
what? She's kind of modeled on like Sacagawea, you know. So I kind of think of like,
got it.
Yeah. It's more so the ankle would be visible.
He will look at you like just eyes like burning into your soul kind of look, and then look down at the ankle and look back at you, and there's jealousy, rage, and he'll look back at it, and then he'll look at you and, how did a furball become so blessed?
Well, it's not all blessing up on the surface, you know. My people went through some tough times, and I started off on an adventure. I'm a druid. I have the ability to turn into spiders. It seemed like just a natural trajectory, I guess.
And you have sworn the fealties required?
It won't come off.
Well done, Robin.
Nice.
And watch. Okay, this is kind of fun, and I'll do spider climbing up the side of the. Like if he lets me, you know, like I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And he will watch and he will say,
Your mic almost let that through. I'm pretty sure you said I am shocked,
Yeah.
but whispered and very slowly. Okay.
Yes. And he just backs up a couple and just. Then you come for the coming. You are here for her coming.
I absolutely am.
That I might need a deception check for. No, you
No,
are.
but-
No, you
but
are.
I-
You are.
Yeah.
That's true.
Absolutely am.
Uh,
I was going to get caught with it anyway. I might as well, right? I mean,
when you
Nice. That's brilliant.
Definitely throws
Way
out the
better than
suspicion
anything
of
Vela did,
Terrace.
that's for sure.
then an honor guard must be called.
Oh no.
that it would be very kind of you, but I tend to travel by spider. I just only can do it for so many hours a day, being animal, right? So I just need to rest, and tomorrow I could become a spider again. It's a lot easier to travel in and out of places that way.
What, may I ask, is your name so that I may clear your path?
My name? Well, it wouldn't be in the books because I came in as an animal. So, unfortunately, I haven't had the honor of giving it yet.
Yes. And he is pulling a bag out and just holds it in front of you and just starts like easing something out of the bag into his hand in front of you. But we
Mhm.
must know.
I'll give him my real name.
Mer-
I'm Meriwether Clark.
Meriwether Clark.
Mm-hmm.
Here is a token of passage.
This one's a little easier to come by than the other one.
What? What was that? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
I didn't say this. This is just a thought.
Okay.
So,
Um,
well, thank you. I appreciate that. That will help for those moments when, I'm not able to be a spider. Can't do it all day.
we have long waited for the return. This is an unexpected harbinger. And he just sort of does the flip with the cape and he turns away from you and walks back and says, Eclavadra must be made aware. And he just he starts yelling, she is not to be trifled with. Eclavadra must be made aware of the coming. And
Okay, well.
all of the drow leave. The trolls and the bugbears remain. And then you can hear, and of course, should she be trifled with, of course, Clavadra will be displeased. I must go tonight, by the ways. And then he walks away.
And I awkwardly look at all these people around me
Everybody
and
now
just
looks at you
go
like
back to
you're
my
a
spot.
prophet that has just arrived in town.
Yeah, that's not a very good look for me.
And the bar is, the trolls right outside the door, the bugbears right outside the door, the drow are no longer there. Neither. And Robespierre, this one here, once he will say to you, I appreciate your willingness to serve, but we have our own means. Perhaps since you are in, perhaps this chosen new favored.
I think he stepped away. I'm not sure he's here.
Okay.
He did a BRB and just
Oh, okay.
chat.
Okay.
I just don't want you to do a big long speech and then have to.
Well, for your benefit, because you guys can all hear it too.
Yeah,
He
I know.
will-
I just wanted to make sure you knew you weren't talking to him.
Gotcha. He will basically give a spiel to Robes about I don't need your services, but perhaps you could offer yourself as a sellsword to this chosen furbolg of our mistress and queen, since she has rejected our honor guard, and walks away. And I'll repeat that for Winston when he returns. But what do you guys wish to do now? There is no bartender. The people who are working there are still now in awe of everything that has happened here. These are minimum wage folk. Most of their concerns are whether or not, they're going to pay rent. They're
Right. Well,
they
if the
don't wanna lose-
bartender's not coming up, I'm going to close up and I'm going to kick everyone out.
Okay.
Like,
And
You
they
don't.
just to see what happens, Ed. Do you want to do a persuasion or an intimidation for just I'm closing the shop up? Because I want to see what the actual people who work here do. I'm
going to start with a persuasion
Okay.
and just go around and tell everybody, listen, the bartender's not coming up. I can't keep this up. I'm just going to ask everyone to leave and close up shop.
Okay. I want to see what they do. It's enough. I had the DC as 12. So, actually, these people here have rooms.
And I'm going to stop at each person from our group
Yep.
and say, would you stay for a moment? I have a question for you. And make them all stay behind
Gotcha.
as I kick everybody else out.
All right. Well, these three have paid for rooms over here. And they're going to
Okay.
bring that up to you. They're going to say, well, we've paid for our rooms through the weekend.
Well, you're welcome to go up there, but the bar is closed.
Okay. And you are clearly more capable than they are, and they will all go up to the bar, or not to the bar, up to their rooms, happily. These group here, which are with the itinerant entertainers and sort of hucksters, dealers, and gamblers, they will fuck off. And these guys will are we paid for the day?
You'll have to take that up with your boss. I don't know.
No. There's a big sigh of disappointment, and then they leave. So, the bar.
Just an FYI, Winston sent a note. He's unlikely to make it back by end of session.
Oh, bummer. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay.
You two, get out of here, whoever you are.
Who am I missing? I got this person.
This person next to me.
All right. All right. They.
What are you doing behind the bar? I'll
I-
cuff you about the ear.
And I will assume that Robespierre will make it back in. And so, other than Vela, who is floating on the roof.
Bayla's coming back in once she sees all the patrons leaving. I'm going
Yep.
to come back in the back door.
Okay. So you guys all gather back around the bar. What is it you wish to do?
Well-
Now, there is word of a Furbolg prophetess.
Yeah, I
I'm
didn't
so
know what else
sorry.
to do.
So sorry.
He started casting the spell, and I knew he would notice that it's a magical item, and it would be obvious. So I thought if I announced it, it would, be better than
Yeah.
just being caught with it. But then
That's a good idea.
now I have attention I don't want. But
It certainly took the wind out of the sails of the investigation.
yeah, I guess. And I got this token of passage. That should be nice.
What does it look like?
You don't have one, but Nubin does.
Well, I know I don't have one.
Okay, because they didn't
But if I'm
trust you to
holding
have
it
one.
up,
I know that I was more than asking the DM.
yeah,
Okay,
I'm holding
What
it
does
up.
it look like?
Yours is silver, Meri.
Okay.
Nubin's was steel.
Well,
What was-
that?
What was the one I swallowed?
Elva,
Was that
Elva,
different?
you have a steel one as well, right? Because you got in legit. So
I wasn't given anything.
oh, you weren't given a token of passage?
No.
Oh, I thought
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't think I remember these. And
Oh,
Meri
only
did swallow something.
I think
but it's
only
something
Nubin
she's-
was.
okay. Um, the one you swallowed is steel,
Okay.
and
Okay.
if I didn't, I had meant to. So can I retcon that? Are you guys okay with that?
Sure.
No. Yes,
uh,
I would like a token of passage.
You don't
That
have one.
sounds legit.
You got
I don't have one.
no.
Vela
'Cause
doesn't get one because she's a ward.
Vela was the ward who was not competent on her own.
You can have my steel one when
So Nubin has one.
You wash it thoroughly.
I
Nubin,
will.
Nubin
You
has
have prestidigitation, don't you? You'll be fine.
No,
but
I don't think I do.
mending
Oh.
might take care of it, maybe.
Yeah, mending.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nubin has
No,
one.
it'll just be whole and covered in shit.
Nubin has one. Vela has one. Robes
No,
and
she doesn't.
Vela does not. Sorry. Nubin has one.
Elva.
Elva has one. Robes and Meri did not get them through legit means. Meri did swallow one, but now has a silver one that was given to her. So that's what's happened. I'm sorry, you guys. When you got through, you were supposed to be given a token if you signed the book. I should have said that. So.
Gotcha.
All right.
Yeah. So, I mean, it might be helpful. I just feel bad because that way, I don't know. If I don't want the resistance people getting the wrong impression. That's all.
Hmm.
But maybe it'll be good to have a reason to be here. In their eyes, anyway. They've been asking a lot of questions. I don't know. And just when it would calm down, something else would happen, and then they'd come back. So
This
Well, they
is
have
so much
presented us-
better than what I thought was going to happen tonight.
They have presented us an easy way to go together from here, which is that they've suggested that you might hire guards.
oh, that's a good idea. I don't want their honor guard, but you're capable people, right?
But it gives all of us a reason to be going there.
I think you are exactly the kind of people I would want accompanying me to whatever did they say it was the
They said it was the coming, which
coming,
really is a terrible choice of words.
I thought I was going to say that. I'm like, it can't be the common because that just sounds bad, right? But it is, right? I didn't
Great
mishear that.
ejaculation.
Mm-hmm. All right, just making sure I heard that correctly.
You know what, guys? That's just giving me fodder for more terms I'm going to use that are just going to be weirder and weirder. I just is like supposed to be the second coming, but she never came the first.
She seldom does.
Oh, God. I
Wow.
didn't think that through before I opened my mouth.
You don't say.
No.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. No, I just
Well,
I
here
don't
we
know
are.
what to say.
No, I don't either anymore. So you guys do have the inn at your disposal. There are 2 private rooms upstairs. You could take a long rest, or you could choose to keep moving because really only about 3 hours has passed. About more like 4.
We should take a look at where this map is pointing before we do much else.
Oh, you got a map. Oh, you had more fun than I did.
Well, I didn't. I found it behind the bar. Really, I've just worked like a quarter shift.
But the map is a map of this building, and it leads out to the northwest passage out.
Well, the Northwest Passage. That's perfect.
It's
Yeah.
your favorite, Meriwether.
Nice. And
Let me tell you, people here do not tip well.
Oh, that's a
Oh.
shame. I'm so sorry to
I mean,
hear that.
You
I
gave
guess
me a
maybe
2 silver
perhaps
drink
not
and
a-
I gave you a gold, so.
Perhaps not a tipping culture.
The map does lead out the door here, and I said it led to the northwest, and there's sort of like an end point that would be difficult at this point for you guys to ascertain because you haven't been there yet. But it does lead into a passage, and you know, uh, maybe 50 to 100 feet down the main corridor, and then it seems to end there. Sorry, I didn't. I should have said that, but I was just going with what Robes could ascertain from what he saw. But it does lead into the northwest cavern tunnel passage.
And does the little map that we have lead any further, or does it just then have the names?
It. Which map are you talking about? The one that you guys have had for some time?
No, the one I found under the
Oh,
stone.
that's the one I'm actually referring to. It does lead a little bit into the northwest passage, a little bit, and you know from the map that you guys have that that's the direction that you were intending to go in any case.
Okay.
But that there is an alcove or a little passageway on the right to the east that might have been where this bartender was instructed to go, I guess is what I'm saying. Does that make sense? Do you want me to draw it? I can draw it.
You don't know.
I'll draw it.
Well, it does sound like we have a few names that we've come by, right? I mean, you know the bartender's name. We don't know what happened to him. And then there was the note that Nubin got that had some more names on it. I mean,
Sela.
And I have to
Sela.
feel that the talking horse also may be, and the horse's friend may be a clue.
yeah, Sela and the talking horse. But then there was your note that said about Amid and Ivaco or whatever their names, whatever.
Ilvaco and Yid.
Oh, the ones you put in the chat.
Amid, yeah,
Yamid. Yep.
Yamid. So there's a lot of potential things we could check out, but where do you think this line on the map, like, is this a good thing? What context did you find it in, Elva?
I found it in a hole on the ground, quite literally.
Oh, so it's a secret. Oh, we
Yes.
have to check it out, don't we? I gotta know what's at the end.
It was hidden with some coin.
Maybe we should copy it and put it back. I mean, if Bellows needs this map, wouldn't it be worthwhile to leave a note so that if they're going the same way we are, that, like, do we feel like they would be coming and being... I don't know, I've made a lot of bad decisions today. This could be a bad choice. Never mind, don't listen to me.
We could see what it was at the end of the line, and then if it's something that we think another person might
It's
need.
not remarkably complicated. I'm sure I can just memorize it and put it back. But we could make a copy as well. I don't see any harm in that.
I turned on global.
But I think it's the piece that Vela's saying, like, who is it leading where? Like, would it be leading somebody to something that, like, our side leading to something, or is it the bad side leading to something? So before we put it back, I guess I'd want to know what we find first.
I have no idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
However, I do think I have a bright future running a tavern.
Well, we all have our aspirations.
I drew
perhaps,
this map wrong.
Perhaps I could just forgo this whole adventure and just run
just
this
stay
tavern.
here? Would that make you happy, Elva? Would that feel fulfilled?
Never tried it.
No? Well, you did for a quarter of a shift.
Right. And really, that was quite dull.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's enough adventure for you, really.
Well, I did threaten someone, so that was fun.
Well, you might be able to do that from time to time.
I don't often do that.
Are you making a map for us, Paul?
I did. Are you on Quick Map and can you see it?
I don't have a token with vision.
Map. Just now, global. We need global.
I did put global on.
You need to. I think there's also a check mark for need a token to see.
Token vision.
Okay, now I see it.
Yeah, but this map's not very helpful. at all.
Wow,
This map
that's amazing.
is not helpful
It's a
at
submarine
all.
falling from the sky.
Are we playing? Oh man, baby fish mouth.
Yeah.
Sweeping the nation.
Yeah, it is sweeping the nation. All right.
Oh, it looks like a NASCAR track.
Let
Yeah.
let me retcon, because when I came up with this map,
There's
I
definitely something related to the coming.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying not to focus on things that are obvious.
Ah!
I was going with everything but, really. I was
I
trying.
don't
Everything but.
see-
Wow, it got really exciting.
I don't see that at all. All right. Let
A
me.
butt?
Oh no! All right.
All right.
Now it's gone.
Oh,
I'm gonna put you on this
wow.
map. All right. All right. You guys probably can't.
We've ruined it for him.
See much, because
There's a big gray square.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hold on.
Good.
I'm gonna put you all in the same place because you weren't when we were here before. I got robes. I got noob. I got Vela. I don't have Vela. I'm gonna just grab a Vela. There might be 2 of you on this map now because I don't know where you are. But here we go. Oh, I thought I had you. Okay. Can you guys see? Oh, I couldn't see because Vela's. Fuck.
It's a big
Cannot-
gray map. There's
cannot see
nothing on
anything.
it.
Just an empty
Yeah,
map.
I don't see tokens.
Hold on. Because Vela's invisible. I'm going to turn off the invisible. And then.
We're not seeing what you're seeing.
I know you're not.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you knew, because like I just switched over to Twitch real quick just to confirm that the map that you think we're looking at, we're definitely not looking at.
I know. I haven't activated it yet. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that I see.
All right.
Yeah.
So you guys are.
But it's purple.
Yeah, this was the entryway when you guys checked
Yep.
in, or as cats you kind of snuck in.
Yeah.
All right. So now I am moving you. Are you guys following me as I'm moving the tokens?
Yep.
All right. So over here in this big gray circle is where it says "Go to other map,"
Yep.
and that
It's coded.
and that is for me to know that over here is the map for the web and the weave. So what that map said, so over here, this is, I'm going to draw again. This is the alley. Oh, what did I just do?
You moved the rest square, but you
I
put it
did.
back.
Okay.
Now it moved again. Now it's back. It's dancing.
It won't let me not select it. All right. This is like
You,
the alleyway.
click on it, and then on the top
I
right
already
corner
got it.
there'll be a lock.
I got it. This is the alleyway behind the. Can you see
Drawing
this?
in brown is definitely difficult to see.
It's a very difficult
But-
map.
Okay.
So this bit here is where the alleyway is, and so this is all right here. I'm gonna draw it in brown some more. Is all the apartment caverns, and the map leads you up, back. This is gonna sound so weird, but just so you guys can see what it is. Stop grabbing that. It's going to lead you. Can you guys see me moving you?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to actually lead you northeast in order to go northwest.
So we're heading to
Northwest.
here eventually.
Hold on. I have to zoom out
You
so
spun us.
far. Yes, that is correct. So
Okay.
the
Cool.
map, Ed, what I described to you is it is not completely accurate. Like it has a map of the building, and then there's this alleyway and this cavern, and you guys can sneak back. Well, you don't have to sneak, but you have to go around this cavern I drew in there, and then go back and double back towards the northwest. Does that make sense? I'm going to draw it. I'm going to try to draw it in a better color.
Sure.
Okay. I don't know why it won't let me change the color of this, but it's going to...
We have to do a zig before we can zag.
Mm-hmm.
You have to leave
Right?
the bar, and then I'm going to try to change this color by highlighting it. Lines, color. I'm going to turn it to bright pink so that shows up. Well, that might not show up on here because if
That
it's
might
purple.
be worse.
I'm
We
gonna
can see the
I'm
brown.
going to use white.
Or a yellow, something like. Yeah, that works.
So,
Yep.
other than that weird zigzag that I drew in there, that doesn't need to be there. You don't need to do that. But up here is where that alcove is that I was mentioning. So you always
Okay.
knew you wanted to go northwest, and then you know that there's an alcove once you get into the northwest passage. Does
And that's the alcove indicated on the bartender's map?
the bartender's map?
Got it.
Correct. All right.
Bellows.
Sorry that was so hard. I knew when I was doing
Has a
maps
map
today
with an
that I
alcove.
should draw a map for this. And I just was like, no, I'll just try to describe it. And yeah. Okay. I think we have reached Tony Pumpkin time, and obviously Winston was called away, so
I think it's a good time.
just so I know what to prep for our next game, the intent is what? Are you guys gonna stay here in the web and the weave since Elva has established authority over the bar, or are you moving on?
Well, like it sounded like we wanted to check this out before resting. Does that sound like a doable thing? Like, I don't necessarily
certainly,
see us
yeah.
as like, I want to just leave. But like, if it's early enough in the day, I think it would make sense. Let's follow the map, see what this is,
Sure,
and then maybe come back and rest.
for sure.
Yep.
That would
I
work.
concur.
Okay,
Yep.
perfect. In 2 weeks' time, it will be November
November.
12th.
Mm-hmm.
Will we be able to play November 12th? I don't know that we
Well,
need to do
kind
this.
of a big day for me.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's also
That's
a big
why
day
I
for Robin, I'm
smiled.
pretty sure.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
It's one of many.
It's Robin's
No.
second.
I mean,
big
it is
day.
because I really like Ed, and it's his birthday, so I'm happy for Ed. It's big for me in that way.
Way.
Ed, do you want to play on your birthday, or should we give it a miss?
Oh, I'm not doing anything else.
No. Well, all right. We'll celebrate Ed's birthday by killing the party. No, that's extraordinarily unlikely. But putting them in perhaps some more difficult situations. Okay. Well, then we will be back here November 12th with a little bit of Vault of the Drow. Tomorrow night we have the continuing adventures of the Warbler brothers as they tour through the Fair Rune, mostly through the Sword Coast. But
Fighting those giants.
oftentimes in different times and different dimensions. So, you know, just like all good Saturday morning cartoons, which is really what the Warbler Brothers is a Saturday morning cartoon.
It's
On a
not
Monday night.
that.
It's not that. Anyway, so we'll see you back here tomorrow night for Warbler Brothers. After that, our next session will be Navishla the Donacam cycle, which will be on this on a
Following
week from
Monday.
Monday.
Or the following.
And I might draw somewhere in there. I doubt it, but maybe.
Who knows?
Who knows? It's loosey goosey. But until then, roll some dice, play some games,
Play some games.
and give of your time and treasure to causes that are meaningful if you have the means. Otherwise, we will see you hopefully tomorrow night. Cheers, everybody.